And these cops are out here arresting people just for breaking the law. Man, these tyrants are out of control, bruh. I thought you were a lawyer, now you say you can rap. Well, I've listened to your record, maybe go take a nap. The rhymes you're spitting out, they make you sound like a nut. Your latest track, it's got less views now than Glenn Cereal's butt. Well, you say you're just a man who wants to smoke out some weed, but you smoke yourself stupid, boy, get the help that you need. You think you could be like Tom McDonald, be an internet star? The problem is your brain's so tiny, it would fit in this jar.
It's a frivolous lawsuit.
You know you're gonna lose.
Frivolous lawsuit.
Now watch me play the blues.
Frivolous lawsuit.
You put against cat.
Frivolous lawsuit.
Make sure you wear the hat. All parties have been sworn in. I've read your complaint.
It's a frivolous lawsuit.
The way it's written, it sounds like you've been smoking paint.
That means
if we have that title to your shit, we will take it.
Oh, come and take it, bitch.
All right. I want your money and I want your dignity, and I'm taking both.
To quote my good friend Artie, come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch.
Come and take it, bitch.
She spit in my face.
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 Take it, bitch.
Take it, bitch.
She spit in my face.
You're a fucking idiot.
She spit in my face.
Shot, little thick dude.
A woman walks into the ladies' room at the mall. She enters one of these stalls and sits down to begin doing her business. As she starts to pee, she looks down at her shoes and sees a head poking under the stall, looking up at her with a camera. "What are you doing?" she screams, frightened. "I'm recording you," says Denver Metro Audit. "But this is a bathroom," she squeals. "Yes, a public bathroom, and there's no expectation of privacy in public," he tells her. "You don't belong in here," she yelled. "I didn't see any sign saying that," DMA replies. "It says ladies' room right on the door." Maybe it does, but it doesn't say no men allowed, does it?" he asked her. "What? That's stupid," she sputtered. "You're being a Karen about this, and what's stupid is shaving down there," DMA answered, holding his camera up. "If you let that bush grow in, it would create privacy for your hoo-ha like a hedge." She stared down at the activist lying on the filthy floor looking up at her. "A hedge? Look, they should put a lock on that door if they don't want people coming in. They need to create privacy," DMA said. "It says ladies' room. They assume men won't come in here." "Well, they shouldn't assume that. And I can film whatever I can see. It's my First Amendment right as an independent journalist." "Oh, you're a journalist. What are you working on?" she asked, sarcastically, wiping herself. "I can't divulge that information at this time. The story isn't finished yet," he lied as if there were a story. "No expectation of privacy in public," he reiterated. "But I'm in a stall," she cried. "Yes, and look, it's open on the top and the bottom," DMA answered in his thin voice. They need to create more adequate privacy because if I can see it, I can film it. You don't have to like it, but it's my First Amendment right. The conversation droned on like this for a while. The woman on the toilet and DMA on the filthy floor next to the toilet. Finally, the woman says, "Christopher, don't you think this is inappropriate? I'm your mom." And that's a true story. Absolute true story.
Oh, man, I love that. It was great. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. That's an oxymoron, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. We are here this morning once again, and we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Great to see you all on this beautiful, fantastic, unbelievable Monday morning. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Wonderful to see so many beautiful, fantastic people, as always. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are on a winning streak. Because once again today, I am joined by the beautiful, the gorgeous, the amazing, the one, the only, the fantastic Ray is here. What's up?
Hey,
How goes it?
it goes Monday.
Right? Ugh. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, welcome once again.
Thank
And
you.
I wonder who's here. Who was first, ladies and gentlemen? The one and only Greg Jonick was first. You get the first happy dance of the day. Here you go, Greg. All right, yes. Yeah. Jason D. See, you should have done what Greg did. You take the time to put the ST after the one, and you missed it. one ST. See, take too much time to type those two letters. Oh my goodness gracious me, ladies and gentlemen, Highway Star. Damn, I was typing first. He didn't make it either. He's third. Let's see who else is here, ladies and gentlemen. How about Cliff Hickson is here? Hi, kids. Hello, sir. How are you today? Let's see. We got Greg Jonick, Highway Star, Cliff Hickson. And how about Cool Clear Water? What's up, Cool Clear Water? Great to see you as always. Beautiful, wonderful, fantastic, amazing to have you here every day. Hip, hip, hooray. Ladies and gentlemen, Terry Barnes. Good morning, my friends. God bless you all. God is good. Yes, he is. And so are you. Thank you for joining us. And of course, my tiny Chihuahua life is here. Yeah. All right. Great to see you as always. Let's see who else came to join us this morning. Let's find out. How about Jaime Palmetto El Bay? There's no need to fear. Hezokuai, Jaime Palmetto El Bay, and Ray are here. Good morning, Your Honor. Jaime Palmetto El Bay appearing on behalf of YouTube. Free Ray. That's right. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see. Cliff, Highway Star, Jaime, Greg Jonick. P. Barnes II is here again today. Yes, yes, yes. Good morning to you. P. Barnes, always great to see you here, as always. For those of you who don't remember back in the day, P. Barnes was one of the biggest parts of this show that helped make it the success it was. So thank you so much. We always appreciate you for all the extra. Ray, what's up with this? Is this a sock or is this you? Because it's
me.
got.
It's me.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
All right.
it's me.
I saw the different,
Yeah, no, it's me. Yeah.
Okay.
Let the
All right,
trolls steal that picture.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah, because they've been like to pretend they're you lately.
Yeah.
Anyway, David E. Persons is here. What's up, David? Great to see you. Mason Jutterman. Oh no. There's our ray of sunshine. That's right. We love Ray. Let's see. Highway Star. Jaime, Little Chihuahua, Cliff. Let's see. Who else is here? Who did I miss? I know that there's somebody in here that I didn't say. And who could it be that's here today? How about Stefan St. German? Also, my tiny Chihuahua life. Hello, hello to you. Yes, sirree. That's how we do. Everybody knows that it is true. We love to see all of you every day. Hip hooray. Griffey's here. All right. Donna Ray is here. All right. Yeah. Let's see. Who else can it be? How about Rooster Cogburn's in the house? Good morning, Ray and early risers. That's right. Let's see. P. Barnes, Ray, Cool Clear Water, Griffey, Jason D. What's up? Carrie T's in the house. What's up? Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Hezekiah and Ray. That's right. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's see. Highway Star, Tiny. And I think that gets us all caught up Round of applause for the best fans in the world, you guys. Yes, yes, yes. Anyway, ooh, how was your weekend, Ray?
Well, busy. Lots of live streams. Yesterday, thankfully, it was only one. It's my internet was goofy yesterday, as you know. It plopped me off mid-sentence to you, so then I didn't get it back for a few hours, and then yeah. So I don't know if it was those sun spurts or whatever they said we were having, or what was going on. But did you see the Northern Lights where you were?
Actually, that was you just mentioned two of the things I wanted to talk about. This because the Northern Lights are being caused by the sunspots. They were affecting my internet too. After you said that, like later on, I started having trouble. But I'm not far enough north. I wasn't able to see them.
What are you kidding me? I have a friend in like kind of central, almost not South Illinois, but central to mid North Illinois, who sent me pictures of the Northern Lights.
Maybe it was the cloud cover.
Oh, maybe, yeah, because you're Kenosha. Yeah, even here in Salem, we couldn't see them because even as a small town, the lights matter.
Yes, we got all the street lights out here and the cloud cover because it was raining and all that too. So yeah, it's probably because of the clouds. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, which I was disappointed because it would have been the first time in my life, probably the last time that I got to see them. But I got pictures. So, and Erica sent me pictures from her, I don't know, backyard or whatever of the light. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
They are so beautiful.
Yeah, my son and I were actually outside looking for them, couldn't see them, and we're looking at pictures of them ourselves because he's like, wow, Dad, that would be so cool. I'm like, yeah. He's like, I want to see blue. I want to see blue lines in the sky. I'm like, well, that'd be great, but it's not happening down here. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Well, there's time. He's got time. He's young. He can go see them in person. I mean, he can go see them.
Right.
There's always the opportunity, Yeah,
Right.
They're beautiful, though. The natural phenomena like that is just amazing. So amazing. Better than man-made ever could do. Ever better than we could do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when you see the entire sky light up, unless it's lightning,
Yeah.
But,
It's like, gosh, such beauty. Blows your mind. Yeah.
It does. It really does.
It's worth losing your internet over.
Yes.
It forces you to go and, just go out and see, look what's going on out there, because I mean, not during the day, but at night, it just forces you to see what's going on in the world. And, I would have loved to have seen it, but I'm glad some of my friends got to see it, having fun. So.
One of the things, and then this was a while ago. This was like when I was back in Florida and the boys were with me. But one of the things I tried to teach them then, and now that we're talking about it, I probably should start trying to bring this back more now that I'm back with them. But like at one point, I remember we were outside doing something and, hey, good morning, King Stu. Good to see you.
Good morning.
We were at a park and we were just sitting there and we were relaxing. And the kids were like bored, and I'm like, listen. Do me a favor. And I started like saying, okay, just listen real close and tell me what you hear. And they're like, I don't hear anything. I'm like, no. We're outside. Really listen. What do you hear? Oh, well, I hear a bird. Okay. What else? And then the more we started digging, the more they were like, and the point was I started getting them to really appreciate the beauty of nature. Like sitting watching fish is boring. It's like, but wait a minute. Actually sitting there and actually watching it, you start to see, and like everyone always says, oh, like you watch the fish tanks and stuff. That's why people have them, right? Because there's like a relaxing, mellow kind of thing. But again, I'm sorry, I'm just thinking of different examples, but it's always like just being able to really appreciate the beauty of nature. You don't have to be staring at a TV or a computer or your phone.
And you can take them on nature walks too and have them point out different species of flowers, leaves,
Right.
Animals, just different things, and turn it into a fun little game. Who can point out the most different types of leaves or flowers or things like that. Then they probably beat each other up over it. So don't turn it into just take them and make it fun, and you'd be amazed at how fast a walk will go and a mile will go by in the blink of an eye, because you're taking them on and you're turning it into a fun learning thing, and they won't be bored anymore. I guarantee you that. I mean,
Oh yeah.
They think it's nerdy and, oh, we don't want to do that, but by the end of it, they're like, can we do that again? I mean,
right.
And it's free.
Well, yes. Well, okay, so it's a little bit different because it's not anything to do with nature, but I did this last week, and yesterday my son wanted to do it again, so we did, but it was like I wanted to take a walk just because I wanted to get outside, get some fresh air, or whatever, and just take a walk. But I figured he'll be bored just walking, so we turned it into a game. You know how like sometimes when you're walking in the cement, there'll be a stamp from the company that poured the cement with the date.
Yeah.
Scavenger hunt. Look for certain dates.
Yeah.
And so that we did that, and we were just fooling around last week. So then just yesterday, he wanted to go out and go on a scavenger hunt. And he's like, Dad, I have an idea. Let's see how many odd number dates we could find. And then next time we'll see how many even number dates we could find. And it became like this game. Like, we'll just walk around looking at the stamps to see the years, And then like at one point he's like, wow, this one's from 1967. This is so old. Is it older than you, Dad? I'm like, yeah.
1967?
Yeah.
That's what, 57 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so it's older than you by a few minutes,
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was so hot yesterday. We went to the park and we were playing for like maybe 2 hours. And at first he was like, Dad, we're gonna go to the park all day.
Right.
I'm like, okay, cool. And after like 2 hours, he's like, I'm hot. Can we go home? Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. It was like it was in the upper 80s, almost 90 yesterday.
Yeah, it's been hot here too for this time of year, and where I'm at, it's been the upper side of warm. Yeah, so, but I still shiver. I have no circulation, so I'm always cold. Like I'm walking around in long sleeves, like I'm chilly.
Right.
Getting strange looks, like what? But that is it is what it is. So weekend was Saturday was busy. Yesterday was kind of more not, but that's okay.
Right. My throat.
Sounds like you had a fun weekend with the kids, though. I'm glad.
Yes, I did. And then this weekend so I figured it out. He told me his plan. So my older son, he wants to come visit me every chance he gets. But at the same time, he likes it when his brother comes over without me, because that gives him a day without his brother in his hair all day.
Mm-hmm.
And he likes that too. So now he's going to do it where he's going to come here every other weekend. And so I'll have both of them every other weekend. But then in the in-between weekends, it'll just be the little guy. So this weekend, both of them are going to come. So that's all fine and good. I got that to plan for. But because like when I didn't
at
see
that age where he wants his alone time too, and I get it. I wasn't the oldest child; I was the youngest, but I would pester the ever loving shit out of my sister. It was like, so I get it. She probably wished she could have had that too, and I feel sorry, Karen. I am sorry, but so yeah, at least he has that option. He has 2 houses, and he can come to you like during the week too by himself if he wants. He
has done that a couple times.
Yeah, so it works out that you are so close to them that it's amazing how close you are. So
yes.
I mean that's really good. So guys, can we not discuss that here? I'm sorry. We do wish him well, but we're not going to discuss that in this chat. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I don't know what I missed, but hopefully it's nothing
okay.
bad.
No, it's fine.
Oh, okay, yeah. So anyway, the so yeah, it's cool, it's great, and the more time, and obviously, good morning, Hez and Ray. Starting off late, but I'm here. Thank you, Mr. Thomas, for coming. Great to see you. That's one of the things too. Like, obviously, at this point, everyone knows that you and I talk all the time. Not just on the air. And sometimes, like, we'll start talking about something that, like, maybe you and I have already discussed, but I want to discuss it for the audience. But just the idea of what's been going on with me since I've been back here, and how the more time, the more I'm starting to get into the groove, and realizing that while I was in Florida, I fell into some bad habits that I brought with me here. And there it was different because, I was living with someone else. So there was always other responsibilities I had to take care of as well. But now that it's just me, the whole reason I came here was just to focus on spending more time with the kids. And so, like, that really is something that has to become the priority when they're here, And the reason I'm bringing that up, guys, is that I don't know yet what it's going to be going forward or what I'm going to do. But right now I'm rethinking the Saturday show, because Saturday is the only day that I get the whole day with them. Like, they drop them off Friday night, pick them up Sunday. So Saturday is the only day I get the whole day with my kids. But my Saturday show is right in the afternoon, right at the perfect time of day to grab them and go do something. Go to the park, go have fun, So I don't know. Right now, guys, I'm rethinking how I want to do the Saturday show going forward. So it's possible that there may be some changes to that coming soon, but we'll see. I have to discuss it with Cupcake, because as far as I'm concerned, that is our show, not just mine. It's mine and hers. So we'll see. But just putting it out there for you guys to know that there may be some big changes coming to the Saturday show sometime in the very near future. Anyway, that being said, how was your Mother's Day?
That was yesterday. It was fine.
Yes.
It was fine. I
know
we didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, step kids are all in Georgia, so and my niece and nephew are in Illinois, and I didn't hear from them. So yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have brought it up. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's fine. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. It's all right.
But yeah, so me, obviously, I talked to my mom yesterday, and she was just so happy. Like, just the fact that I even, like, talked to her at all. She's like, "Oh, thank you so much. It's Mother's Day thing." And it's like, well, yeah, of course, it's Mother's Day, but I don't know. I think it not just me, but also you, because she misses me ever since I left. And she misses you because, like, every day we would hang out, and every day she'd be like, "Oh, Ray, what?"
Yeah, I miss her too. Yeah.
Yeah, she loves you, and obviously she loves me. I'm her son. She has to. But
you sure? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, I know.
I kid. Yeah.
It's all good. But
No,
apparently,
your mom is. I don't know. She's a very, very sweet, nice woman. She cares.
Yes.
She just shows it different than a lot of other moms do. So you just gotta know her. Yeah.
Well, that's exactly right.
Hezo mom is great. Everybody knows Hezo mom is great.
That's right. We all love Hezo mom. Round of applause for my mom. All right. What?
Person said Ray should call her. If I had her number, I would call her. I'm sure she would want me to call her. Has would ever give me her number.
Oh, I'm sure she'd, like you said, she'd be happy,
Yeah.
Just be ready.
She was going to kick Hez out and have me move in with her. And she's like, "I'll take care of you. I'll make sure that I'll take care of you." Yeah.
It's true, too. She was serious. Like,
Yeah.
Like, you're going back up north anyway. Just have her come move in with me. I'll take care of her. I used to be a nurse. I know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, she knows
She's
how to give
great.
shots and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's awesome.
To this day, she has sent me one of the best cards I've ever gotten. Not because of what the card said, but because of how she signed it. And
yes.
it's still when I still have it. I still read it, and I still look at the signature, and I love it. You know, she's the best.
Yes. We love Hezo, Mom.
You're very
And
blessed.
oh, thank you. And it's not impossible that she might be watching, because we found out a couple of weeks ago that she started watching the show. But that was a whole nother thing. But anyway, yes.
She doesn't know.
Well, yeah, right, exactly. Literally, see, that's the thing. Okay, when these kids today, even my kids, you know, just over the, boomers, this and that. No, we're not boomers. Our parents were the boomers.
Ours, yeah. We're Gen X. Our parents were the boomers.
Yes. But it's just like, to them, boomer means anyone old. And it's like, no, not how it works.
Please, no, please learn the difference. There is a distinct difference between boomers and Gen X in every way possible.
Well, right?
Yeah.
It's not just that, but I mean, literally, boomers are called boomers because they were born during the baby boom.
Baby boom, yeah.
That actually happened.
When the war ended, when the war ended, they came back, and what did they do? Well,
they made
caught up
babies.
on some stuff. So the babies were born 9 months later. So yeah.
Yep.
And then we're we're Generation X, which is the baby boomers' children. So
right. Yes. The good old days. Oh my goodness gracious me. So getting old is really man. You know what's weird too? I don't know about you, but for me, I've noticed this. Like, I always thought when I was younger that once I hit 40, that was when it was really going to get weird or whatever. But I didn't really feel it until I hit 50.
Yeah,
that's when it really hit.
Your body gives you a good pass on things. You start getting creaky, in your 40s, but nothing until it's like your body knows the minute you were born and the minute you turn 50. Yeah. And then it's like, all right, you were done. We gave you all the passes we're going to give you. So now you get everything. Right. You get from wrinkles to arthritis. You're getting it.
Yep. I got, when I first, well, not like when I first came here, but like this, literally the table that my computer is sitting on right now, when I brought this table up here, it's actually hit employers too, because everyone is retiring at the same time. Yeah, right?
The boomer generation, are all retiring at the same time.
Good point.
Gen Xers will never get to retire. Nobody from Gen X down is ever going to get to retire. Just sorry, that's how the way it is.
Yep. I was reading
good savings, y'all youngins. Start your retirement when you're 12, because you're never going to get to retire otherwise.
Exactly. It's like when you believe that the only way to retire is to win the lottery. It's like, that's not the way it should work.
Yeah.
Oh man. But so I was just reading a news report yesterday that McDonald's is so desperate because they're losing so much money that they're thinking about bringing back the $5 meal. And it's like, that should have never went away.
Yeah.
Like, people don't eat at McDonald's because the food is just that damn good. They eat there because it's cheap. Now that it's not cheap anymore, people aren't eating there anymore.
Yeah, people don't eat McDonald's because they want to.
Right.
I mean, they're not like, yum. Ew,
right. And I
can't even say it with a straight face. It's so ew. It's like picking Taco Bell because you like Taco Bell. I mean,
no, you pick it because it's the only thing open after midnight.
I mean, you want a good colon cleanse. I mean,
that's literally how.
Say it with a straight face. It's so disgusting. I mean, it's.
That's how I got addicted to White Castle, because when I was a kid, they were the only place open at night.
Yeah, it's the only thing. Yeah, when we were younger, believe it or not, things closed. They were not open 24 hours a day. I mean, my first job was at the Ventures,
Yeah.
and they would close. They would close at like 10 o'clock during the week and 8 o'clock on Sunday. I mean, it was
If they
weird.
were open on Sunday at all.
Well, the one I worked at was.
Right, but I'm
And we
saying
were off on holidays because they closed for all of them. There was this, no, we're going to be open on Christmas. We're going to be open on, New Year. We're going to be open on, you know what I mean? It was like none of that. It wasn't.
when we were kids, or at least, well, I mean, you grew up the same way I did, same time too, but on Christmas, everything was closed except emergency services. Your ambulances were out there, your cops were out there, everything else closed, nothing. If you needed anything, you had to get it like in the afternoon of Christmas Eve, White Hen was, Oh, I used to love the White Hen too.
Run out to White Hen when you run out of anything. Run out to White Hen.
Yes, I totally forgot about that. Thank you. Yes. To White Hen. Yes. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, they kind of got taken over by 7-Eleven,
They did, yeah. That's okay. Everything like the Ventures got taken over by Kmart. Kmart got taken over by Sears. Sears closed.
Right? Oh man. It's all Bezos's fault.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Amazon. Although I'm always on Amazon.
Well, that's
rabbit
why.
Holes. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like now that you can literally, because that's why the Sears catalog was so popular. Because you can get anything just by ordering it. So now with Amazon, you literally can do that.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rash family. Hey, good to see you. All right,
Yeah.
glad to have you here.
Good to see you. But yeah, it's things are like they started becoming more and more about instant gratification. That's why things started staying in 24 hours. And then online shopping became popular, because then people didn't have to leave their house and they got instant gratification,
Yep.
Yeah, Bath and Body Works. Oh.
So this is the thing, like with the whole Amazon thing, because I used to work at an Amazon warehouse, and when Bezos first started it, a lot of other businessmen tried to talk him out of it because they thought he was nuts, and I could see why. Because the whole reason why Amazon works is because an Amazon warehouse basically is they buy everything, just everything. They just buy everything. Like you see truckloads of stuff being delivered 24 hours a day of just everything, so that no matter what you order, they have it in stock and they're ready to deliver it like that. And that's how they get all their deliveries done so quick. But at first people were like, well, what if nobody buys it? And you spent all this money to buy all this stuff and nobody, you watch, they're going to. And sure enough, now Amazon, $1 billion. Smack News Now, Voodoo, Zap Hez, and Free Ray with a 7-month membership milestone from Jaime. All right.
Congrats on the member for 7 months. Thank you for being a member for 7 months.
You want me to get smacked? Well, I don't want to be. Ow. Oh, wait, he wants me to get zapped.
Yeah.
But I don't. Ow. Ow. Turn it off. Thank you.
Ow, quit it. Ow, quit it.
And Free Ray.
Touching you.
All right, Ray, I'll take the shackles off.
All right, bye. See ya. No, I'm just kidding.
You're free.
Woohoo.
Yes. Woohoo.
Hey, Society Red. Good morning.
Great to see you. All right. So anyway, I've been thinking about said Saturday my guest was supposed to be the Lucid Dream, but she wasn't able to make it. Maybe starting with a Lucid Dream video. How about that?
Sounds good to me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the riveting tale of Gunner TV versus Delete Laws, as presented by the one and only owl, the wise old owl, the Lucid Dream. All right, here we go.
Welcome back to my corner of the internet, guys. I am the Lucid Dream, and on this one, we are going to take a look at an interaction that everybody's least favorite, Chili de Castro, has had with a larger YouTuber named Gunner TV. Now, I did not know about this interaction. I happened to have YouTube playing while I was editing earlier, and an older Penguin Zero video came on where he is talking about Chili. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll listen. I'm up. What's going on? And I kind of fell down a rabbit hole with these videos, and I absolutely love them. So I wanted to share them with you. First and foremost, thank you to all of my channel members and subscribers. Without you, I would not be here. So again, every day, thank you. Let's go ahead and get into the video.
And then I said Gunner, more like no funner. Sorry, I should have known my audience. I'm sorry. Police audits, what's that? Well, police, and audit, a methodical examination and review. If you live in America where we've had issues, it seems like something on paper that pretty much any reasonable person would be okay with. And you're calling that obnoxious, Gunner? That's what you want to run with? You sure about that one? And yes, I will, because these audits aren't what you might think they are. Much like this mustache on my face, it might seem like a good idea at first, but the results end up being pretty gross. Police audits refer specifically to recorded interactions with police where the person filming audits the officer's knowledge of the laws and their constitutional rights as a citizen. However, the person filming often doesn't know the laws or their constitutional rights as a citizen.
They're asking that you be trespassed.
We need
him trespassed.
The Constitution that gives me the right to do this.
They don't have the right
to violate they don't have the right to violate my rights. My right is to exercise my rights.
I'm sure you've seen these videos before, usually of just the dumbest sounding person endlessly screaming about how they actually have the First Amendment right to not get kicked out of the local Carl's Jr. Sir, you're harassing customers and filming on private property without permission. The owner has asked you to leave. We have to escort you out of here. I'm sorry. I thought this was America. Typically,
he gives just such a spot-on description of frauditors. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Typically, though, these videos involve a person inserting themselves into a police interaction and trying to get a rise out of the officer to, I guess, hopefully violate their rights. While I'm sure some of these are done by good-hearted people genuinely trying to call out bad police behavior, more often than not, they're done by egomaniacs trying to farm views off of unfounded outrage. And no one is a worse offender than a YouTube channel named Delete Laws. Ugh, laws. Gross. Yucky. Oh, get them out of here. I got a bad taste in my mouth of laws. I hate laws so much, I don't even follow the laws of spelling. Throw a Z on that law. Your move, fascists. Anyways, Delete Laws is a channel run by a man named Chili de Castro, who is truly an unhinged individual with the sole purpose of just being a nuisance.
You're a wuss. Lock your door. Be scared, copper. Techline versus Danforth, dunce cap. Don't tell me what to do. You don't have dominion over my freedom of liberty of speech.
I think the best way to show you just how awful these videos are is to jump straight into one. So let's watch Eat My Shorts, Copper. Bad cop tries to solicit a trespass against me. Hashtag unconstitutional. Hashtag audit. With the thumbnail reading, biggest dunce cap copper of 2023. Never mind how he talks like a bully from Sandlot. Let's check out this interaction because this cop must have been pretty out of line to get that hard-hitting title.
Got 1, 2, this copper right here too. I don't see the reason why to shut down their gas station, but I mean, yard deal with cops.
So Chili has gotten out of his car at a temporarily shut down gas station that appears to be an active crime scene. 3 to 4 cop cars and 2 individuals that look injured at a glance, but Chili asserts, well, it's cops, so I guess I just shut down the gas station for funsies.
Yard deal with cops. You know why they have to shut down the entire gas station?
I know nothing about the situation I'm walking into, but this is bullshit. It appears there's another gas station open right across the street, but Chili's gonna make this non-issue everyone's problem.
Think you guys need to shut down the gas station, or can we get to the pumps? I mean, there's plenty of parking over there. Oh, I know I'm fine reporting. It's my right to report.
Off rip with the First Amendment rights line drop. I think that might have been a world record. At the very least, a PR. The cop didn't even challenge his right to film. He seemed pretty respectful of it, just politely asking for some space.
Oh, I know I'm fine reporting. It's my right to report.
But I just need you away from my personal area right here. Thank you.
Oh, I could.
You know, Chili's videos are kind of hard for me to watch sometimes just because he has so much hatred inside of him. It seeps out of every pore, every word out of his mouth. He is just so full of loathing for anyone in a uniform. It's creepy and it's scary in a way. You know, if you were around in the late 80s and the early 90s, if you remember the term going postal, that's where I feel like Chili is heading.
I'm sorry, but I gotta mention that comment. Yeah,
that was funny.
Because yeah, she is doing older videos, and Chili better watch out. He might get thrown in jail doing this. And for those of you who don't know, he is currently sitting in jail for exactly this sort of behavior. Holy crap, hammer!
This guy, like he pointed out, this is an active crime scene. He pointed to the blood on the ground, right? I mean, this is what these guys don't realize is when they're asked to step back, this is why. They don't have to put up crime scene tape if they don't want to, because some crime scenes are fluid. They're not going to put up in crime scene tape, take it down, put it up, take it down, just to please these guys. They're just going to say, hey, please move back. You know what I mean? Right. Because there was blood. What if he walks right through somebody's blood? That's evidence, you know? Yep. Now they're going to have to take his shoes. They're going to have to explain. They're going to have to make a report. They're going to have to do all this because this dude walked through it. You know what I mean? It's like, this is what they don't get.
William Grabber with a 24-month membership milestone. Good morning, all. That's 2 years. Here's your happy dance.
Wow.
All right. Thank you so much for your continued support.
That is amazing. Thank you, William.
Yes. Love it. Yes. But yeah, so like, I remember one of the first times I covered Chili was when him and AFA went to the parade, and he's going up to little kids like, hey, kids, you see these cops out here? They're going to murder you and throw you in a box and try to rape you. And it's like, dude. And the cop like stepped in front of him. You don't talk to the kids like that. He's like, she assaulted me. And it's like, he's so horrible. Like, and I could see all the disdain and hate in him is just.
There's a lot of him to fill up for that disdain and hate too. So it's like, wow, that must be a lot.
Yeah, it's crazy. He's, but anyway, yeah. So again, for anyone just joining us or whatever, although a lot of you probably already know this is an older story, Lucid Dream just discovered it. So I am interested to hear her take on it because we all love Lucid Dream. Round of applause for the Lucid Dream. Round of applause for you guys, best friends in the world. Round of applause for Ray, the most beautiful co-host ever. And of course, some people like me too. All right. Anyway, back to the video, guys.
He is going to one of these days blow his top, and a lot of people are going to get hurt. No one can live with that much hatred and not have some kind of consequences. It's going to happen at some point.
Oh, I can stand wherever I'd like. I can stand right here if I'd like to.
Fuck you, asking for personal area space. Go fuck yourself. It's my constitutional right to be a dickhead.
Right now, you're in our scene area.
Actually, I'm not. This is a parking lot.
I'm
trying to get gas.
I need to do work. I have weapons on me.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah, you walk around like G.I. Joe loser, bro. We know who you
that's
are.
Fine.
You're
But
marked.
at the same
We know
time,
who
that's
you are.
Fine if I'm marked or whatever, that's
You're
fine.
marked, bro.
But I
You're the
can't have
enemy of the
near
people,
my
bro.
weapons while my back is turned. I'm
Eat
doing
my shorts, copper. Don't tell me what to
If
do.
you could do me a favor,
Do what
please
you're gonna do and see how it goes.
Go ahead, bro. Tase me. I don't even care. Go ahead. Arrest me. Shoot me. Shoot me right here. I don't even care. Do it. G.I. Joe loser. Eat my shorts. Which have got to be the lamest insults I've ever heard.
You walk around like G.I. Joe loser, bro. We know who you
that's
are.
fine.
Eat my shorts, copper.
And the officer is being nothing but nice to Chili despite being berated. That's fine. Call me G.I. Joe loser.
yeah, eat my
Okay.
shorts,
I'm
man.
marked or whatever. That's fine. Enemy of the people, sure. It's just I'm doing work. I have my back turned with weapons, and you might be, and from this interaction probably are, a disturbed individual that might reach for them.
Kate violently assaulted Chili with her. I know you remember that one.
Oh God, yeah. I don't watch Chili videos, but that even got around, and it's like, what man? I mean, sorry, what straight man cares if a woman violently assaults him with her boob? Like, seriously?
She bumped me. Oh my God! Like,
Oh,
yeah,
you touched me with your boob. Oh.
right.
Man.
I like the way you put it. What straight guy would mind if that happened? Like, oh no!
Don't. Yeah.
It might be like, oh, excuse me, lady. I didn't mean to, but you bumped into me, so whatever.
Yeah.
I'll take my freebie. No,
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
right. But yeah, that's oh man, but just the way he handled that whole situation, and then of course, what was the first thing he did? He ran to the cops.
Of course he did.
Oh man.
Stupid little
But I
kids.
wanted to point this out too, because we mentioned it a minute ago, but like thinking about it like some more, the whole crime scene tape thing, like the big beef with all the auditors with that always seems to be, well, you can't tell me to stay out of the perimeter. You have to build a perimeter out of tape. It's like they don't have to, because they can tell you that.
Right.
Even gay men love boobs. Just saying. Who doesn't? Come on, let's be honest. No, what?
Bottom line is, it's their crime scene. Okay, they don't have to use tape. They could tell you where to stand. They don't have to let you stand there at all.
Right.
It's their crime scene.
Yes, and that's the thing. And it's like none of these guys ever look at anything from a realistic lens. Like for example, traffic laws. None of them could possibly exist because it helps lessen the amount of car accidents. No, they only exist to steal money from people.
Extort money from the public.
Right.
The tax-paying public.
Yes. Crime scenes like police cutting off the perimeter can't possibly exist because they need to cut off the perimeter. No, it has to be because they're too lazy to put up the crime scene tape. Like if you're investigating the scene, maybe you don't have time to worry about all that because you're investigating the scene. Especially like, I don't know how many times I've seen, specifically Direct D and Craig Hendry go into active shooter situations. Like, okay, we literally have an active shooter out here and you want us to stop going after him to put up the crime scene tape because you refuse to back up when I ask you to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Frauditor is the center of the universe, and everyone else can just go to hell.
Well, you don't know that by now?
Oh, no, I know. It's just, oh, man. It's horrible. Horrible. Back to the video, guys. Ugh.
Go ahead, dude. Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, stop it. I'm a journalist. 800 videos, you. I'm standing here recording you. Shut your door? Yeah, shut your door.
And here you get a sense of what I mentioned earlier, that the goal isn't to expose police misconduct. It's to needlessly provoke a person doing their job.
Did you lock your door? This just locked. Did you just lock your door? You are such a. You just locked your door. What a. You are such a. You locked your door. The guy with two cameras is going to attack
unhinged.
you. You are such a wussy, bro. Lock your door. Be scared, copper.
He's so scared.
God, you're such a pussy. Yo, get over here. Fuck me up. Beat the shit out of me. Use excessive force on me. Like he wants him to do that. This is no different than the YouTube pranksters I've talked about before who desperately search for any and everyone that they can label a Karen. When typically, no, you are the problem, you are the instigator, and you are the Karen. Now, to be clear, just because someone is provoked, it doesn't automatically justify a violent response, especially from a police officer, but that's not what happens in this video. The officer gets back in his car and ignores Chili while he threatens to sue him.
Yeah, shut your door or you'll get sued, dude. I'll ruin you. You don't know who the hell I am. I will ruin you, dude. This is what I do for a living.
I'm a piece of shit for a living. You got that? I'm always annoying people constantly. The grind never stops. I do this around the clock. I'll sue you for something, buddy. And finally, we get to the title of the video where the other officer supposedly tries to solicit a trespass.
This is what I do for a living. I'm going to stand right here.
You can leave
I'm
our
going to
scene.
stand
Yes,
right
you can,
here.
sir.
I'm standing in the parking lot. I came to
Sir,
get
would
gas.
you like me to
and you guys,
trespass this individual
you
from your
can't
property?
trespass me. Honey, you can't solicit a trespass. Go ahead, let's follow it. Let's see if you're going to get sued. Look it up.
Okay, we're good.
She's trying to solicit a trespass from owners. It's illegal. Okay. Tell me the statute in Nevada where this tyrant's trying to solicit a trespass.
I tried to look, Chili. That's not a statute. There's statutes about trespassing in general, but nothing in Nevada state law specifically about an officer soliciting a trespass, even if you consider what that was soliciting. Maybe there's a federal law I'm missing. Who knows? Chili definitely doesn't.
You wonder why people don't like cops. What you just did is illegal, honey. You can't solicit a trespass from an owner of an establishment. That's not how it works. I'm a constitutional law scholar.
Oh, whoa. Didn't know we had a constitutional law scholar on our hands here. You just cited Nevada state law incorrectly, but apparently you're a scholar of sorts now. Side note, patronizing as fuck to call this officer honey over and over again, but never mind that. What is a constitutional law scholar? Do you have a law degree from an accredited school, or are you currently practicing law? Well, none of the above. You see, it's a self-appointed title.
I don't have any more education than anybody here. I have a education from Google and YouTube. I don't know anything more than anybody else. I just know what I learned online, and then I connected the dots of all those different things.
And this brings me to my biggest problem about Chili DeCastro, and it's his fundamental misunderstanding of how law works. Going forward, I'll be making points referencing laws and the broader U.S. legal system, as I'll need to debunk some of Chili's claims. Now, I'm no constitutional law scholar, but neither is Chili, because it means absolutely nothing. So I figure we're on even playing field. I might get some things wrong, in which case you can angrily let me know in the comments that I'm a huge dunce cap and I should eat my shorts. Here I go. You see, what Chili does time and time again is he'll cite case law, also known as common law, which is law found in Supreme Court case opinions. And he'll use it to let officers know that they are infringing on his civil rights.
Sir, you are
I'm doing what? I'm talking to you? There's no investigation. You've ended it.
We have a criminal in the back of the vehicle who has rights. So
Rodriguez versus United States, 2015. You cannot extend a traffic stop or any kind of criminal stop to deal with another person who's simply exercising their First Amendment right.
Okay, Rodriguez versus United States 2015. Let's Google it. And wouldn't you know, it pretty much has nothing to do with what he just said. The case ruling is actually about how the police cannot extend a traffic stop for a K9 unit dog sniff without reasonable suspicion. I'm sorry, Chili, I don't see any dogs around, except that one inside of me. But he tenuously uses this case to say, you cops can't even engage with me right now because you're unlawfully extending a stop. Even though what's happening is not a traffic stop. He says it applies for criminal stops too. It doesn't. It's specifically for traffic stops. Also, the case is talking about extending a stop for the same person, nothing about dealing with another party. And again, it's about how they can't extend a stop for a K9 search without probable cause. His explanation is so far removed from what the case actually says and how it can be applied that it's embarrassing to get this wrong for someone who constantly claims to be a constitutional law scholar.
I have on the back of my shirt, you can't see it, but I'm a constitutional law scholar, case law scholar.
I've been doing this for 20 years. Now you just meet me because I'm a constitutional law scholar and I understand the basis, the fundamental of law.
Or you can call me constitutional scholar, or you can call me guy who files lawsuits. You know, I'm not just a YouTuber. I'm a constitutional law scholar.
Like, I kind of want to know where the constitutional law scholar first came from. And the reason I'm saying this is because on the stand during his recent court case, Chili said that it was a moniker that he adopted because someone else called him a constitutional law scholar. I want to know who that was. Or did Chili perjure himself because he made it up himself. He's the one who decided to call himself a constitutional law scholar. Did he perjure himself because he knew how sad and pathetic it really was? And he decided, well, if I say that someone else gave me the name, it's going to sound better. I really want to know. I want to know who first called him a constitutional law scholar with a straight face. That like they had to have meant it seriously. Because I can't see anyone actually meaning it seriously. But I want to know who legitimately called him a constitutional law scholar. Because if not, and he made it up himself, he actually committed perjury on the stand.
Law scholar.
Like, if this is your job and what you do for a living, how could you be so confidently wrong about something that's so easy to fact check? And you're arming people with the wrong information who then might get into these encounters and try to use it. Anyways, this video ends with the police taking a suspect into custody from the crime scene they were investigating and just ignoring Chili while he continues to yell at their cars.
Better lock your door, bro. Better lock your door. There's a guy with a camera here. Quick, lock your door. Coward.
Coward, get out here and publicly execute me, bro. You won't. And eventually they leave. Walk, drive away of shame. Right. I keep making the joke, but like, what do you want them to do? Hit you with their car? It looks like something happened here. People were injured, someone was taken into custody, and you think it's shameful that they left after they concluded their business? Isn't that what you originally wanted? Didn't you want them to leave? I digress. Delete Law's YouTube videos are all copy and paste of what you just saw. Chili going up to police officers in the middle of duty where he knows nothing about the situation and inserts himself in for no reason. And look, there are plenty of legitimate issues to have with the US police and the institution, and if you want to make your voice heard, right on. But these videos aren't a fight against injustice or police misconduct. It's a man-child stoking conflict out of routine police encounters. Take this video, for example, where he pulls over on the side of a highway to start filming a traffic stop. Yeah. Immediately, I call bullshit. You're telling me that while going over 60 miles per hour on the highway, you were able to look over and quickly deduce that this driver was distressed, so distressed that you just had to pull over. But continue.
You know? Can I help you? Okay, why you stop?
Excuse me?
Is there a reason you stop?
I'm doing my job.
What's your job?
To film you.
Right. Is there a reason you're stopped?
Tech Lines versus Danforth, 1940.
Is there a reason you're
I'm
stopped?
a constitutional law
Okay.
officer. I have
So
every right to
what's the
stop
reason you
wherever
stopped
I
on the
want.
shoulder?
I can stop anywhere.
No,
I
you
want.
can't.
Tech
It's
Lines.
emergency stop.
We don't-
Disabled
We
vehicle.
don't have to yell at each other, officer.
Okay. Well,
So
I'm gonna give you a ticket.
You
all right?
can.
I'll
but
be
you
right back.
Pop into your phone real quick, though.
And that is what it looks like to epically own a cop.
You know, the Frauditor definition of what it is to own a cop, yeah, I don't think that word means what they think it means. I really don't. I don't even bother reading the titles anymore because the titles are just absolute lies to begin with. But anytime I see one that says they own a cop, I'm prepared to laugh.
That's a great point that Lucid Dream made there, because I've noticed this too in doing this and watching these videos. Every time they own a cop or they teach the cop a lesson or, you know, they make a cop do the walk of shame, it's always like, what did they do? Like, how did they own them? Hey, can I get your ID? No? Oh, well, what are you doing? I'm filming. Okay. So where do they own them? Like, where do they get owned?
By saying no.
I
think
guess.
they owned them. And the cop's like, okay, well, I just asked. You know, it's not like you have
Right.
to. You know, it's like the cop knows that where his boundaries are. You know, it's not like he needs you to tell him.
Right.
You know, they don't own anyone. But they, even when they get arrested or the cop tells them off or trespasses them or whatever, they say cop owned. You know, it's
Yep.
like just total clickbait all the time. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
These guys are notorious for clickbaity titles. It drives me nuts sometimes, because a lot of times I'll watch one of these videos because the title, like, ooh, maybe something interesting happens in this video. And then you watch it, and I don't know how many times I've seen this. There's this horrible tyrant. I've never seen them own any law enforcement officer. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, how many times have we seen a video where you listen to the narration and all you hear about is the horrible, evil, rotten tyranny of this vicious thug cop. And then you watch the video and all you see is a cop going like this.
Yeah, they're literally just standing there listening to the guy rant and rave and not saying anything, but yet he's a tyrant. They're all tyrants. Like,
and it's like, again, it's like they want the cops to violate their rights. Because when the cop doesn't, it's like, haha, I taught him. No, he did what he was supposed to do the way he's supposed to do it. You should be celebrating him, not, trying to berate him and call him a tyrant and publicly humiliate him on your YouTube channel.
Right. People should start pointing that out to them. They don't even own their camera. Their fans own it. They bought it for them. So when they start saying they own the equipment that cops have, then the cops should turn around and say, do you even own that camera?
Right?
Or did your fans buy it for you? I wish that they would. I wish they would. Because it's the same thing,
Well, that's like, people always say like the example of like, oh, I own that cop car. Well, then get in it and drive away. See what happens. Like, I own you. I own this. I own. It's like, well, then, no, it's always them, right? It's never we, the people. It's never the public. It's always the individual holding the camera. But again, and I always have to make sure I say this, because it's not the individual holding the camera. It's the frauditor. Because if you're holding a camera, you're just a cambacker. You're just a snowflake. You're just a Karen,
See, and it's always when they were arrested too, or trespassed or whatever, it's always for filming. It was never because they were obstructing or trespassing or whatever it is they did to get arrested. It was always for filming. No matter what, it was for filming.
Right.
Like when Ortel Copwatch got arrested for having pepper spray by a felon when he wasn't supposed to, it was I got arrested for filming.
Yep.
He just kept up with that narrative. It's like, we all know better, man.
Yes.
What are you doing?
And that's exactly right. And I always say, like, because when they have their videos where they do pepper spray people, and that's a great example, but just in general, every time that happens, it's like, well, if the reason you're arrested is because you were filming, then the reason you pepper sprayed them is because they asked you not to film. Because if you weren't there filming in the first place, that person would have never ended up getting pepper sprayed. Like, if you don't want to have to physically injure someone by pepper spraying them, when they ask you to stop filming, just turn your camera a little to the left. Problem de-escalated, problem solved, it's over.
But no clicks and views, so need to keep problem going.
Yes. Where is it? Oh, dag nabbit. See, ever since I'm looking for maybe it's gone.
What?
Ding 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 ding.
Oh, never mind.
Anyway, let's get back to the video, guys.
The ticket for how much? I got to pay $400. And you gotta love his on-screen text retorts that he wishes he said in the moment. Education throws the drone off. Drone? Data doesn't compute. I guess in this one, at least Chili wasn't off-rip antagonizing, but he did already break a law. Yeah, you're not allowed to stop on the side of the highway except for an emergency. It's kind of dangerous. Ah, but Gunner, are you not listening? He's citing case law. He has the constitutional right to park on the side of the highway.
What's your name and badge number, Copper? Techline versus Danforth, dunce cap. You don't have any right to do anything.
Reside with the California Highway. Do you want my name or not?
Tech Lines versus Danforth.
Do you want my name or not?
Tech Lines versus Danforth, 1942. First off, it's Tech Lines versus Danforth, 1943, but whatever. An ancient Mississippi Supreme Court case where a judge ruled that since 85% of the Mississippi highways didn't leave room to pull over, that the state statute that specified you must leave at least 20 feet distance to the left couldn't reasonably be enforced without being unconstitutional against your right to travel. unravel. So same thing as before, Chili is extrapolating from a very specific court case and opinion and just making up his own laws around it. I can stop wherever I want, actually. It's my constitutional right. Yeah, I could park my car in the middle of the freeway, get out, watch it explode in a violent crash with many fatalities, and I'm good. Good luck suing me. George Washington's got my back. But the court opinion doesn't say you can stop on the side of the highway whenever. It's very specific about there still needing to be an emergency to stop. Now, if you didn't understand any of that reasoning, it doesn't fucking matter because we're in California, not Mississippi. Case law from another state Supreme Court has no bearing whatsoever on the state you're currently in. So when I talked about his fundamental misunderstanding of law, this is a prime example. And yet being so wrong, he moves forward and calls his friend to send him a picture of his trifold.
Send me a picture of Techline versus Danforth to my 2445 number.
What is a trifold? I'm glad you asked. This is a pamphlet Chili sells for $25 that has a bunch of Supreme Court cases you can reference, usually incorrectly, when arguing with cops. And it's printed on indestructible paper. Sure it is.
Yes, I know he looks so disappointed, but at the same time, I've watched that like 7 times. I'm not gonna lie.
You all right, man? Sorry that got heated. He was just being a jerk. No reason for it. I literally just pulled over to film and do my job, and he doesn't understand the law. But most of these guys are really dumb. Most of them don't know the law. He dresses up like a cop, but he doesn't know the law.
How deeply ironic. It's one thing to be using law incorrectly from the wrong state, another to do it with law you can't even remember and have to ask your buddy to send you your SparkNotes version of it. And it's a whole other thing to do both of those while asserting that the cop has no idea what the laws are. You say this is your job. Learn the laws.
The backup is here for the guy with 2 cameras. How you doing, officer? Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Sure, Officer Covello, 21875. Do you know this person?
Officer what, sir?
Covello, do you know this person?
Officer Covello, I'm a constitutional law scholar. I don't have to answer any of your questions.
You do.
But let me show you the law here. It's Tech Lines versus Danforth.
Okay, but you are here selling on the freeway.
This
You're
is legal.
emergency?
Look it up.
You're not allowed to be on the freeway. It's
I
an
am allowed
emergency
to.
stop
This
on
is
the
about
freeway.
obstruction. I put this in my trifold. This is my company right here. This is for me.
It's here. I think we should take a step back and try to remember what's even Chili's pretend goal. All of this stress and another cop called in for what? So the guy pulled over still gets a speeding ticket? The cops are the only ones here actually referencing current codified law that exists, so any points Chili is trying to make are unfounded. Even in some hypothetical, we say that Mississippi case law from 1943 can be used in California, and he's citing the case law correctly in its application. Does he expect the cops to know that? That they should have been like, oh yeah, Techlines versus Danforth, 1943 in Mississippi, that supersedes our state statutes, so you're free to go now. No, he just wants a pointless argument to film so he can lie to his viewers that he actually took the fat W. Please don't look up the laws. Don't check the laws. Don't fact check me, please. Don't do that. At the end of the day, if Chili DeCastro truly wanted the betterment of police, he would take his fight up with lawmakers and state legislature, not traffic cops who are following the actual state law. But you know what? Chili doesn't do that, which is why he has outstanding warrants for his arrests and has missed court dates for charges he gets in these videos. He doesn't actually want to show up and make a persuasive case for law changes because this is about the online career and the videos. So don't buy into the theatrics that he plays up in these police interactions, supposedly in the name of justice. Yeah, I bet.
And there will be more coming. This is just kind of the start of the interaction. Next, you're going to see what Chili's response to this video was. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Go check out Gunner TV. He has a lot of really great content. I really enjoy his channel. I'm sure you will too. I will catch you guys on the next one. I hope you have a great night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause for the one and only, the Lucid Dream. All right. Good stuff.
I put Gunner TV's link in the chat there if you guys are interested in going and checking him out. He's good, covers a wide range of topics. So, yeah.
Yes. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Great stuff. And one of my favorite parts of that is when he ripped up the trifold, because I did a trifold bit, but I had the free version of it. I wasn't going to give Chili my money. But tearing the indestructible one, just like, that was pretty awesome. Oh, Ray, go ahead. Hey, Chef M80, what's up? Good to see you.
Good to see you. It stands for Ray of Sunshine Network. Doc Lanu and Frauditor Mania and Batshit Crazy Girl came up with this for a way for channels to just come together, keep in touch with each other, come together and support one another so they don't go live at the same time, promote each other's videos and promote each other's premieres and help new channels with getting subs and getting recognized within the community.
Yes, absolutely. For me, the whole way that I found out that it existed at all was I never saw it before because, again, they came up with it. And I said, what's the RSN? And Will said, oh, well, if you love Ray, you're RSN. I'm like, well, I'm the RSN VIP then. But yeah, it's the idea is, I think, I mean, obviously they made it, not me, but like the way I always try and support new channels, up and coming channels, like I did Lucid Dream, like I did Will, like Schrodinger did me, trying to keep that tradition going in the Ray of Sunshine Network is, yeah, all the channels that are RSN always communicate with each other and try to help each other out, support each other and all that good stuff. So yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Thumbs up from me. Right. I don't know why I did an accent.
I don't know either. No problem, Florida Jim. I will, any panel I'm on, I will put you on my list and I will put your link out and promote you to get more subs.
Florida Jim has a channel now? Oh, all right.
Florida Jim's been having a channel.
Well, I'm used to him, like when I've had him up on panel and stuff, but I didn't know that he was doing his own thing. Well, that's great. I got to go subscribe to him right now.
I'll put his link out right now. Here we go.
Yes.
For you guys right now. Everybody subscribe to Florida Jim.
Yes,
you were joking? You don't want more subs? Oh, okay. Well, if you do, anybody who's got a channel and they want more subs, come to me or go to Doc Lanu or go to Frauditor Mania. We'll help you out. We'll get you more subs and we'll promote you. It's what we do. We try and get people going, try and help out. That's all. Kindness is free. And that's what the whole premise is. It's been a little bit rough in our community lately, and we just want to promote some kindness because it's free.
Yes.
Some happiness. That's it. That's all we want to do. That's all they want to do. That was the whole premise behind it. And, hey, you need some help? We're there.
Exactly. And that's another thing, too. Like, even in general, with the whole idea of what we do at all, not just like with each other, but the whole idea, like so many of these times these people say like, well, it's legal for me to do this. It's like, well, being nice is legal. How come you're not doing that? Because it's legal. If the only reason you're doing it is because it's legal, kindness is legal. But no, they're not going to do that. Oh no, Uncle Artie has cooties. Anyway, that segues me into something that I wanted to talk about, talking about promoting channels that are smaller channels. I just discovered this channel yesterday. It's a channel called TJ Anthony. And he's only got 650 subs. He's been around for years, but he's only got 159 videos, so he's not extremely active. But the way I discovered him is he's got a video that I thought was pretty funny. What he did was he took a sovereign citizen video, but he used a voice change program to make everyone talking like in the voice of Mr. Krabs. So it's not like he had Mr. Krabs say things that they didn't say. They're saying what they say, but he used a filter to make them all sound like Mr. Krabs. And I just thought it was kind of funny. Another guy making fun of sovereign citizens is always fun. So let's go ahead and check out a video. And don't forget to like and subscribe to TJ Anthony. All right, let's go ahead and check out one of his videos, see what TJ Anthony's all about. Getting back to the whole idea of supporting other channels. Let's go. All right.
I'll answer questions. You actually do have to answer. I actually don't have to answer any goddamn questions because I have a Fifth Amendment right not to answer any fucking question. Other people checkpoint. Yes, you do nothing right. We're 100 miles away from the
Is
fucking
this the
border.
time that goes in volume?
Well, I am within the United States. I have a Fifth Amendment right not to answer any fucking questions without a fucking lawyer present. I'm invoking.
Wait, what? Is it too quiet?
Yeah, it's sound to me. It sounds quiet. It might, everybody else, it might sound fine. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's see another second or two because there's an awful lot of cursing too.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
My Sixth Amendment right. Do whatever the fuck you got to do. I have no statements to make, and I'm not answering any fucking question. I don't have to answer a goddamn thing. Fifth Amendment. Yes, you do. I don't have to answer any fucking thing. I don't have to answer a goddamn thing. You need to park right up here. We don't have to park right up there. We'd like to be free to go on about our way. Federal immigration inspection. I understand that. And I have a federal Fifth Amendment right to fucking remain silent. Bitch, I don't answer questions. Leave me the fuck alone. What the fuck do you want? No, I don't answer questions. Kick fucking rocks. Get a fucking warrant. This is being videoed. Definitely, you can read the sign right there. I don't need to fucking read the sign. I've read the law. I've read the Constitution. Yeah, you do. We're also in Texas. We're also in Texas. And I don't have to fucking ID unless I'm under arrest. So kick fucking rocks, bitch. You're within electoral.
All right. So did we catch that this is the Border Patrol?
Yeah.
Now this actually, not just like the goofiness of the video with the voices and all that, but the reality of it. Because this is not the first time I've seen this kind of video. It's my birthday today. Mountain Man, happy birthday. Here's a happy dance for your birthday. Speaking of which, it's time for the cupcake happy dance. Here we go. All right. Okay. Olay. All right. Yes. Mountain Man, happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
birthday, dear Mountain Man.
Happy birthday to you. All right, yes.
Sorry, we sound like that.
Oh, this is great. I love you guys. Oh my goodness.
Again. Here, I'll get it again for you. Happy birthday, Mountain Man.
Yes, happy birthday. Oh my goodness gracious me. Anyway, that was just a taste of that video. Again, it's I just my main thing was like, again, and we've seen this before. What's with the whole thing with these guys pulling this sovereign citizen crap at the border? Like that specifically is something I do not understand how you could not comprehend that you have to go through Border Patrol. Like,
I don't know. I mean, every time you enter any country, you either have to you have to show a passport, you have to prove who you are, especially coming to the United States. You're a United States citizen. You just prove to them you're a United States citizen and you're on your way. Why this whole big deal? I don't get it. But I must say it's funny in Mr. Krabs' voice. It really is.
Yes.
It would have been funnier in Patrick Starr's voice, though.
Yes. Oh,
He
yeah.
sounds dumber,
So
you know
dumb.
what I mean? Yeah.
Right? But I mean, because remember there was that one. To me, this is one of my all-time favorites because there was that truck driver who did this with Border Patrol, and it was like not only is it insane to make that argument at the border, because like you said, and like anyone with the brain knows, anytime you're entering a different country, you have to go through something. But the fact that he was a truck driver, so he literally was in commerce. Not in this video, but you know what? There was that one that I covered a long time ago where they ended up smashing his window to pull him out because he wouldn't cooperate. And the whole, well, I have to be in commerce argument. How does that hold up when you're literally driving a truck? You're in commerce. Like,
I know. It's the most ridiculous thing. But this whole thing at the Border Patrol, you are not going to win. Okay? You're just not going to win. There's some cops out there who might give up, let you go out of sheer frustration because they don't have time to deal with you. Border Patrol, they got all day to stand there. You're not going to win. They will pull you out, put you in cuffs, and you'll sit there until you either identify or they put you in a jail cell somewhere.
right.
But please, next time he should do it in Patrick Starr's voice because they need to sound more dumb. I mean, Mr. Krabs doesn't sound all that dumb. So.
Right. And I mean, because ultimately, you know, you're right. Because here, check it out.
People out there. Don't fucking put your hands on him. Don't fucking put your hands on him. You fucking pieces of shit. Don't fucking put your hands on him. Fucking guns drawn. You fucking pieces of shit. Yeah. Sir, he goes, Border Patrol, leave yourself on people, sir. Otherwise, we'll be. Thank you, sir. Don't fucking touch me. I do not consent to any searches or seizures. Put your hands on the people. I will not. Just wait this moment, otherwise we can force you to fire now. What crime am I being detained for? Martinez Fuerte, case law 2428, sir, states that any vehicle that 100 nautical miles will be inspected for. Keep your goddamn hands off of my brother.
Wait.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Look what they're doing to him in the background. I love it.
What crime am I being detained for?
Watch his brother in the background in the orange shirt.
Case law 2428, sir, states that any vehicle that 100 nautical miles will be inspected for.
Yeah.
Keep your goddamn hands off of my brother. What the fuck is wrong with you? I do not need to keep my hands out of my pockets. There is no law that says that I am required to keep my hands out of my fucking pockets. That's how I'm there, all right? We don't want any problems. I don't want any fucking problems. Keep your goddamn hands off me. Don't touch me.
I'm sorry. It's just, anyway, I wanted to illustrate that you're right. You could get away with this stuff sometimes with the traffic cop, but not with Border Patrol. It's not going to happen.
No. They don't mess around. They don't have time. You don't want to prove you're a U.S. citizen, then you're not coming in. You
Yep.
sit in a cell, okay? You don't want to prove it, you can sit in a cell.
Yep.
We'll eventually figure out who you are. If you're not American, we'll send you to where you belong. And if you are, well, then we're going to charge. They're going to charge with something, I'm sure. I mean, it's
Right. Obstruction at the least.
oh, person. This guy did an AI where he covered up their voices with Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob.
No.
Although it would have been better if he did it with Patrick Starr, I think.
Yeah, because Patrick's so dumb. And
Yeah.
the Frauditors are so dumb. Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's TJ Anthony. That was just an example of what he does. He does all kinds of stuff. Like I said, he's been around for a while. He's only got some 650 subs, 159 videos. But his most recent one is the Sovereign Citizen one. He does a bunch of different things where he does weird voices and stuff. But like a year ago, he did a thing where he was talking about Schrodinger, and he does more. So obviously he's a fan of what we do, but he's not necessarily whatever. Anyway, check him out. Give him a sub. Maybe he'll start posting more often if he sees people are watching. But anyway, yeah. And that goes back to, hey, Ancient Chart Music and Art. Good morning. Good to see you. All right. Great to have you here.
All right.
All right. So, all that being said, hold on. Let me see. All right. So, what do you think?
Oh, look at Florida Jim. Thank you.
Oh, what happened? What do you do?
Part of the RSN crew.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yes. Round of applause for Florida Jim, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, Florida Jim, I did get your email. I just, especially over the weekend with the kids and stuff, I haven't got back to you yet, but I did get your email, so I will respond. And we'll see what we can do with that. But anyway, trying to think which video I should show next. Did you see that this what's this? The guy who gave me the cup. What's his name?
Dak Lanu?
Yes,
real doctor, but not real doctor. The one we thought was real doctor, but we found out over the weekend he's not. Look, Scriptcat's got a video coming out in an hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, Scriptcat has a video coming out in an hour. We're definitely going to have to check that out, everybody. Make sure you go to Scriptcat, like and subscribe if you're not already. We love Scriptcat. Huge supporter of the channel.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Scriptcat, and she's one of the few people that, if I ever have something that I need to do, and like sometimes like with the Saturday show or whatever, if I need a guest last minute and I'm panicking and I don't have anyone or I'll send her an email and boom, she'll show up every time. Scriptcat is awesome. Another round of applause for Scriptcat. And I love the way that she breaks down these videos too, in like a psychological level. Like she'll try to dig deep into like, okay, what are the traits these people are doing in the cluster B personality, like from that point of view. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I really like the fact that she breaks out down the same stuff, but from a completely different aspect. Not just like, well, legally they're doing this, but psychologically, what drives someone to want to become an auditor or a sovereign citizen or whatever it is in the first place, So yeah, I love that. So yeah, again, if you're not subscribed to Scriptcat, get over there and get on there and hit that button. Ladies and gentlemen, oh boy, Doc Leno, Will shops for his girlfriend. We're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to just have a little bit of fun with this video. Doc Leno and Will, they go back and forth, almost like the way that me and Uncle Artie go back and forth. It's fun stuff. Let's check it out, guys. Is he going to get me hit with a copyright strike for his music? Hold on. Let me fast forward past the intro.
Fast forward past that.
Oh, dear.
Hello, and welcome to Doc Lanu's Storytime. I am Doc Lanu. Today, I will read part 2 of Will's Sippy Cup Shenanigans series. Title: Will shops for his girlfriend. In part 1, we met Will, Deputy Frank, and Stanley, the hardware store owner. Deputy Frank confiscated Will's sippy cup and the bourbon in it. Let's see how Will does today while shopping for his girlfriend, Tiffany. Now, let's get to the story. And now, part 2 of Will's Sippy Cup Shenanigans. Will shops for his girlfriend by Doc Lanu. On a Sunday, Tuesday afternoon, Will realized he was in trouble. He had forgotten to buy his fiance's birthday present. They were celebrating her birthday on the next day, and Will had to work at the plant on the second shift. Will did not want to add any more trouble with his fiancée, since he gives him plenty of trouble with her when he enjoys his favorite beverage, bourbon, in his favorite sippy cup. Will pulled it onto Main Street of Cedar Grove and saw that the only spots available were in front of the sheriff's office. Will parked his car and Deputy Frank stepped out of the sheriff's office to greet him. "Will, I have your sippy cup right here." The deputy had confiscated the sippy cup on Saturday. I washed it and just poured you some chocolate milk. Will starts to protest. Deputy Frank, thank you, but Will, I don't want to hear anything more. Frank cuts him off. I want you to drink your chocolate milk, and then you can wash your sippy cup and fill it with whatever beverage you want. Now I have to go. There is trouble out on Old County Road 15, and I will have to be gone for a while. Thank you, Deputy Frank. Will started to walk down Main Street toward Miss Ray's flower shop. He couldn't help but to notice that Mason Glitterman was standing in front of the flower shop, recording the front entrance of the window. Mason was standing where customers were having difficulty entering and exiting the store without being recorded. Miss Casey, the town's party planner, arrived. Will could hear her say quietly, I don't want that idiot to record me while I'm shopping for that wedding reception. Miss Casey had a strong sense of confidentiality regarding the parties and receptions she plans. I may have to go to the shop in Willow Creek. Will quickly looked at her. Miss Casey, give me a couple minutes. I bet I can make him leave. Okay, Will. Please try. Will took a big gulp from his sippy cup full of chocolate milk and was not filled with his beverage of choice, bourbon. Miss Casey rolled her eyes, thinking Will was already getting hammered on a Tuesday afternoon. Then Will approached Mason Glitterman. Mason! What are you doing? Mason looks at Will with disdain. Shut up, Will. I am practicing my First Amendment rights by recording in public. Now get out of here. Will thought, great, the game is on. But Mason! I have right to be here too. Will, leave now. I am working on a story exposing government corruption. Mason, what government corruption will you find at Miss Ray's flower shop? She has a contract with Town Hall. I can record her. She is a public servant, and I am an independent journalist. Mason, what kind of corruption will you find exposed with your story? I can't tell you until it's published. Mason, you have been an independent journalist for 3 years and never published anything. Will, Mason's face was turning red. You know I am a press. Leave me alone. Okay, Mason, I will just stand here until you are done. Then Will's expression changed from a smile to horror. Mason, you may want to leave. Will, you are not going to make me. Damn, Will! What the hell is that? It stinks so bad! Deputy Frank told me to drink the chocolate milk, and I am lactose intolerant. My God! What did you eat? Boiled eggs. Mason storms away, looking back at Will. Will, your name is going on the lawsuit. Mason! You told me that 2 years ago. I am still waiting for it. Miss Ray came out of her store with a big smile on her face, took one sniff, and covered her nose. Will, thank you, Sue, but stay out there. Are you in trouble with Tiffany? Not quite, Miss Ray, but I will be. I forgot to get her a birthday present, and I have to go to work in an hour. I hope you had something she might like. Miss Ray thinks for a moment. Yes, I do. She enters the store and comes back with a bouquet. Accept this as a thank you for getting rid of Mason for me. Will smiles. You're welcome, and thank you. And Will starts to walk away. Miss Casey, let's start planning your wedding order. Miss Casey started to say something to Miss Ray. No, Miss Casey, you will not pay me for that bouquet, as that is my gift to Will. Will happily walked back to his car, finishing off of his last chocolate milk. He will have something for his boss for making him work the second shift. Thank you for watching. If you have short stories, poems, art, or music that you would like featured on this channel, please email it to j.lanew.stories@gmail.com. Click on the icon to the left for a previous episode. Click on the icon on the right to subscribe to my channel. And always, please like, comment, and share this video. Until next time, take care of yourself.
No. Doc Lanew's story time, ladies and gentlemen. He's a big supporter of the channel. He even gave me this Doc Lanew story time cup. It was a nice gift. He's a great guy.
Yeah, the story's getting good. So
yeah.
Did some more planning last night on it, and more characters will be introduced next week. So.
All right. There you go. So that's good. Sorry, it's just whoa, I just realized something because I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. My son left his mini Simon here when he left.
Oh, maybe so you can play with it. And
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I used to love this game.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that game in eons. I swear, it's been years since I thought about that game.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even remember the last time I thought about it when I was a kid. And now you showed me this. They have this mini version. I'm like, they have a what? And I don't remember who said it, but maybe it was Don or Ray. I don't know. Somebody told me they have a mini version of most of the games now that we had when we were young. And you said, including Operation. I'm like, I had enough trouble with the full-size version. How are we supposed to get anything out of the little version? It would be like bzz, 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 every time.
Yeah, especially that I always like. There was, I think it was the femur. There was the one that was the biggest bone was always the easiest one to get. But like trying to get like the heart or the funny bone or whatever, it was always impossible.
Nope.
Damn it. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, good time.
Mr. Thomas, stop snitching on me.
What did he say? Hez, do you know about Mrs. Ray's flower shop after hours? What? Hey, it's all good.
No, it's not what you think.
What, they sell flowers?
I sell flowers after hours. Yes.
Yes.
I sell flowers after hours.
Exactly. It rhymes.
It's a poet.
Flowers
I'm a poet and didn't know it. Sure thing, Doc. Sure thing.
Thanks, Ray and Frauditors. Thank you, buddy. Always good. You're a good supporter of the channel. We're behind you all the way. The Ray of Sunshine Network is in full effect. All right. Yeah.
Mr. Thomas. Sure.
Sure.
No, they're accusing me last night on the Sunday Fun Day at Doc Lanew's. They said I was running a gambling ring.
What?
In my flower shop.
Oh, okay.
After hours.
Oh.
See?
Well.
He's even saying it. It's a gambling in Cedar Grove.
Oh man, why didn't you tell me we could be making some bread?
Sweet Miss Ray is running this thing, according to them.
Oh, that's funny.
I always start. No, you do that in your studio in YouTube.
You have to go through YouTube. Yeah.
Studio. You do it through the on the right or all the way on the left side. There's the settings, and then you go to community, and that's where you would. And you need their channel link to do so.
And if you don't have it, then if you're doing a stream and the people are in the chat, like right now, the people in the live chat on YouTube, you could click next to their name and make them a mod that way too. But I mean, that's sometimes, especially if the chat's moving fast, you'll click on the wrong one. So you got to watch
Yeah,
that.
you gotta be careful. Yeah. But yeah, it's done through the studio and YouTube Studio. Yeah. Not in StreamYard. StreamYard, you can, if you're in your StreamYard account, not here, but like in your actual account, you can make like somebody an admin or an editor or something like that, so that they don't need a link to come in, like, and they can highlight comments like I do and do all behind the scenes stuff like a producer does. Like has me and Maggie as admins, so we can just come in and then we can act as producer and stuff. So
yep.
Yeah. Not
Yeah,
everybody got their wrench back, Leland. Not everybody did. There's new people. Hi, Katie.
Hi. Yeah, the whole wrench thing was, again, if anybody, well, I mean, Leland was here, so she should know, but just for anyone who is curious what we're talking about, there was a few months ago, well, it's been a while now, probably 8 months now, there was this huge, insane attack on the channel, started by that Bow guy or whatever. Anyway, it was insane, and the whole thing just went nuts. So we had to like redo all the modding and everything, and it was a real pain in the butt. But I mean, you know, no offense to anyone who lost a wrench, or you know, some people were like, "Oh, how come you took mine, but you gave one to this person?" Or this, but it was a freaking nightmare. But Ray and I spent a long time working on that to just try and clean everything up. So we apologize if anyone felt slighted, but it was nothing personal against anyone. It was just the way the situation went down. We were just trying to play damage control, and you know, basically, you know, the dike was pouring water, and we were just trying to fill the leaks, you know, as quick as we could. And oh, what a nightmare that was.
Hopefully,
Take
we'll
it
see
easy
you tomorrow.
Yes, yes, yes. Always great to have P. Barnes here. P. Barnes is second. All right.
Not that easy, Katie said. Sorry.
What about Katie?
Hoping to lose her wrench.
Oh, she wants to lose her wrench.
No, it's because you have channels. So yeah, you have to keep yours. Sorry, Katie.
I wasn't I didn't come into her game night until almost the end last time. So I didn't, you know, I didn't really have my son was here. I didn't really have a chance to play, but it was a fun game.
I was in another live, so I couldn't make it. You know, I'm like, gosh, every time she has one, I'm like, somewhere else I can't come. And I'm like, maybe one of these times, you know.
Yeah.
No way. He's not. No, he's not.
Who's now Voodoo a mod? He'll shut everybody down. Yeah, that's right. Make me a mod. I'll take care of that.
No, it would be like when the Frauditors accidentally give one of us a wrench. It would be like nobody's left, you know.
He would ban everybody except Griffey and maybe Blackheart Knight, but only when he's Dumas.
And then people
Thank
on
you
his
for the
side,
membership,
like Carson, you know.
Right. Here's your happy dance. All right. Yes.
Why not? Why not?
I couldn't be trusted with the wrenches. Too quick to ban people.
Right here. Oh, hi, Blackheart.
There he is.
Morning.
All right. Speak of the devil, and he shows up every
I
time.
don't know why Ancient Chart thinks she couldn't be trusted with a wrench.
I don't know, but speaking of Ancient Chart Music and Art, don't forget to check out her store where you can buy things like this necklace that she handmade. All right.
Does she have a store? Oh, she can't. Give me the link.
She doesn't have a wrench.
Do you have my email? If you send me the link, I'll post the link for you, and so people can go visit your store.
Yes, yes. All right.
Yeah, it would be awesome if people went to your store. Just look at the stuff you make. I wanted a necklace like that because supposedly it's got the healing rocks and everything, crystals and all that, right? Yeah.
Yep, and this is all copper wire, so that it actually, like, literally, you know.
Copper supposedly helps with pain and stuff. So yeah, I wanted to look at stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. It is.
I think I even have over the top lately. Wait, where is it? I actually have a close-up photograph of the necklace I'm wearing that was made by Ancient Chart Music and Art. Where is it on my list of stuff? I got so much stuff. Crime Dog McRuff. I only said it because it rhymes, but what does it mean? I don't know, but I said it anyway. There it is. All right. Yes. That's what it looks like up close. It's pretty awesome sandwich sauce. All right. I have fun with you guys.
Love you too. Love you too.
Yes. I love you, Hez and Ray. Thank you. Yes, we love you. There you go. All right. So anyway, lots of interesting stuff, lots of interesting people. I love you guys. You're the best fans in the world. And, I always say this, but again, it's always true. I love hanging out with you guys every morning. You just make my day. You always start the day with a smile. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. Round of applause for you guys. And let's throw out a happy dance just because you guys are so awesome and I love you. Here we go. All right. Yes.
Take care, Griffey.
Oh, Griffey's splitting. All right. Take it easy, Mike. It's probably bedtime out there, right?
No, he's going to go watch the Carrot Reed trial.
Oh,
probably close to bedtime. He's probably going to fall asleep with that. Good morning, Cyber Rex.
Good morning. Great to see you, as always. So speaking of good friends of the channel that always support us 100%, how would you like to watch a new NCR News Network video?
Of course. Anytime. Right. I love NCR. Almost as much as I love Blackheart, but not
quite. Not quite.
Yes.
But he's definitely on the list of awesome sandwich sauce people.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only NCR News Network. Here we go.
Hi, folks. Today, I have for us a video from We Are the Bosses, where he goes to a Chicago fueling center that's meant for city vehicles to harass and annoy the people there. Why? Because his narrow belief that it is publicly owned means it is open to the public. But before we start today's video, as always, a big thank you to all my new and current channel members and subscribers. Without your guys' continuous ongoing support, I couldn't keep the channel going, so I want to personally thank all of you from the bottom of my heart. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the page, leave a like and a comment because it helps me with the algorithm. And if you can, please consider becoming a member. With all that being said,
there was a recent news article about the city of Chicago spending $524 million on overtime pay. And the police department, of course, was the biggest recipient with, I believe, $294 million. Followed by the fire department with about $100 million. And I believe the next department was the Department of Water Management with about $32 million. So I decided to pay a visit to some of these city agencies and find out how they have earned hundreds of millions of dollars in taxpayer money on overtime. Because as we know,
well, if you would have read the actual news article or even watched the news segment provided on the website, you would have understood and know why they spent so much when it comes to overtime. In fact, they said that due to the pandemic causing such shortage in staff with the Chicago Police Department, that overtime was being required to pay the current officers they have on the force to do their job. Not to mention that in the second half of the year, where they have a lot of festivals and fairs and public events that the Chicago PD provides security for, they're not being reimbursed by these events. So overtime is being paid. But the real question is, why go to a gas filling center? Why not go down to the police plaza downtown and ask them for the reasons why? Why not go to a police department and ask to speak to somebody if they can give you the information? Not a place where people are coming to fill up cars with gasoline to drive around to do the jobs that they are.
No, most public servants are hardly working. Not to say that there aren't some hardworking public employees, but we all know that many public employees enjoy milking the taxpayers for as much as they can get out of it.
This is such a crock of shit.
So let's pay them a visit and see how hard they're working today. We have some no trespass signs here, authorized personnel only. So of course we're not gonna go beyond that gate. I'm gonna go around to the other side of the property that's open to the public and see if I can find someone anyway.
Can you pause it?
All right, what's up?
I was hoping that Katie would be in here when this played because I knew that her father did this. So I was waiting for her to comment, and she's right. Back in the day, this wouldn't have happened. You know, back in the day, we trusted our officials and our workers to be doing their jobs correctly. And if there was overtime to be paid, it was paid correctly. You know, I just don't get why he's in there bothering them about this. This isn't where you go to figure out why so much overtime was paid out. This is not where you do this at.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, being both of us are from Chicago, Katie's from Chicago, and it's like, it's so bizarre to me because, again, first of all, even if there is a legitimate issue, this isn't the place you go to take up that kind of a beef. And this goes back to any real Frauditor video. You know, if there's anything that really is a legitimate issue that you have, going and messing with the secretary at the DMV or the random person at the gas pumping station or whatever, that's not the way to handle the situation.
No.
You have to bother the guy. No,
yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, right. Okay, so you have to bother the guys who are actually physically doing the work. You should go to City Hall and ask these questions of them, not the guys who are busting their asses. A dick this guy is. Exactly. This is exactly it. This is not where you handle this type of business. You shouldn't be there at all for any business. You shouldn't be, unless you're working for the city of Chicago and you have a car that needs some gas from a city car or truck. You don't belong there. Go to City Hall. Investigate there.
Here's a good equivalent because I used to work at this place. We made fertilizer. And, you know, our trucks would go back and forth to deliver fertilizer. So we had our own gas pump on site to fill our trucks, you know. So it would be like, the equivalent would be if somebody accidentally, we sent them the wrong fertilizer. So they went to the guy who ran our gas pump to ask him why we're shipping out the wrong stuff. Like, regular or unleaded? Like, what are you talking to me about? Like, what? Like, they wouldn't even know what the hell the guy was talking about, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, highway start. I get it, what you're saying, but I can't highlight that. You know, this is, yeah. And when he starts calling people tyrants, I'll have something to say then. So let's play on.
Yes, indeed. But just real quick, the last thing I wanted to say before we get to it too is that, like, if anything, like the beef that I've heard just in general, like being in the city or all that, but like not just growing up in it, but things that I've heard people saying now, like in the news or whatever. If anything, people are beefing that the Chicago cops don't have enough funding, don't have enough time, they don't have enough cops on the street, that they're not solving crimes, they're not doing this and that, not because they're lazy, but because they don't have enough cops to cover the entire city and all of the crime and craziness going on there. So it's like, in that sense too, it would be like, again, if the issue was these cops are getting paid because of that or whatever, you don't go to the gas pumping station where the cops fill up their cars to beef about that.
No, there's plenty of places he can go, starting with his local councilman.
Yes.
All the way up to the mayor. You know, you can start at your local level, grassroots, and then keep working your way up if you're not getting the answers. But this is not where you go. You're not finding the answers here, and they know that. But they know this is going to create the most conflict, clicks and views. So this is where they go. If they go to the actual place, that's boring. That's a snooze fest. Nobody's going to watch that. So
right.
Why would I go there?
Anyway, you're right. Yeah, exactly. Oh boy, these douche canoes.
Sir, what are you doing?
What am I doing? It's, I think it's obvious what I'm doing. I'm just recording. Yeah. Am I with the city? No, just a concerned citizen. I'm just documenting matters of public interest, that's all.
You said what now?
I'm just documenting matters of public interest.
No, you're lying. You're lying. What makes you lie?
That's all I'm doing.
You can't be on the property. You're not with the city of Chicago. You're not supposed to be on the property.
Why is that? Isn't this public property?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's private.
No, it's not.
How is it private?
It's for the city of Chicago. This is private.
Yeah, whatever the city owns is public property, ma'am.
You cannot.
Shenanigans.
No.
Shenanigans.
No.
Well, we're going to have to call some shenanigans here because the simple fact is this. Yes, it is owned by the city of Chicago. However, it is not meaning it is open to the public. This is for city vehicles and city employees to fill up their vehicles so they may do their jobs. Just because something is owned by the public does not mean it's automatically a traditional public forum where your First Amendment rights do take precedent. Since this is a non-traditional public forum, they can actually have you requested to leave the premises, and if not, you could be charged.
You over here videotaping on private property. This is not public.
I also wanted to mention something, going back to what we were talking about at the beginning. All right, guys. The city has been paying way too much overtime to the cops. So I'm going to go over here to find out why. So he gets there. Why are you here? I'm just wondering. What investigative journalism? Boy, you're sure going to get a lot of information about the overtime by telling
He
them.
didn't put any context behind this either. He flapped up some headlines, right? That just said it was record-breaking overtime. But did he give any context as to what the articles actually said? Did they explain why it's record-breaking? He didn't do any of that. So right now, it's a matter of it's his friggin' opinion.
Yep.
And then he's in the wrong spot. And he doesn't like it. Give up your citizenship that you came here to get. Go back to where you came from, because I'm sure they have it much worse over there in Russia. Because you can go try this over there and you'll find out what it's really like to go and bring a camera somewhere you're not supposed to.
Well, we've seen that several times recently with prank channels ended up getting locked up You know, in fact, that lady, I just saw a news report. I don't remember her name, but we talked about her when it first happened. She was out filming in some other country and ended up getting locked up for months. And she just got back home, and she was saying, like, the way they treated me, I don't even feel like a human being anymore. And it's like, but we're the tyrants and we're the evil ones, right?
Right. My grandfather and my grandmother both came here and from somewhere else and got their citizenship and did what everybody thinks the American dream is about. And they would have never condoned this kind of bull from these people.
Right.
They would have been like, are you kidding me? You were afforded everything that this country has to offer. You got your citizenship. You came here and you did it. And now you're throwing it back in the face of the country that took you in and let you do this. That's what they would have felt like. They would have been embarrassed for this man.
Right.
You know, and the way he's acting, it's downright embarrassing. You came here and chose to break the law, and yet it's not their fault you did that. Back when his origin story, you know, with the holding the tow truck drivers hostage in his driveway, you know, you chose to do that. Okay. You chose to come here and break the law. And now you're upset because you chose to break the law. No, go back home if you don't like it here. We have enough trouble with our own causing problems. We don't need added people coming here and causing problems. We just don't. If you want to come here, give it everything that it's afforded to you.
Right. And one of the things too, it's a similar notion, the idea of like, because you were saying like, oh, if your grandparents were immigrants and how they'd be appalled by this. Another example that I look at, and I actually showed this in one of my videos, in one of my older ones, I talked about this, but it was this idea of like people messing with veterans, especially World War II vets and older vets, and saying like, well, you fought for my right to come out here and burn the flag and call you guys pieces of crap. And it's like, and they're like, no, that's not what I fought for. And it's like, the example that I used in the video I made was, it's like, freedom of speech, the people who fought for freedom of speech weren't fighting so that people like you can go around calling people assholes. They were fighting so that, and then I played Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous I Have a Dream speech, because people were trying to stop things like that from happening. People were fighting for the freedom of speech so that people can do things like that. You know what I mean? It's like, yes, technically, legally, you could say anything, but that's not why people fought and died for your right to say anything, so that you would be able to insult people and be an asshole. Like, that wasn't their goal. That's why I always say the founding fathers who wrote the Constitution were writing it in a time where having a duel, somebody dying over an insult, was acceptable behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
first I highlighted this.
Doesn't help that for some reason it seems to be publicly acceptable to scream at cops for literally any reason. Yep.
Right. Yep. And feel like they can talk to cops any old way they want. You know, it's like, no, that's not how it works. You know, and then they brought it on Indian land. That is such a slap in the face to those people. It is a slap in the face to American Indians. It is.
For me, I kind of get on the fence a little bit too, like, which is worse, when they do that, or actually I think it is worse when the Moors claim to be Native Americans.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a slap in the face to real Native Americans.
Yeah, because you're not. There was no such thing as that happening. There's no time in history when the Moroccans were here or claimed any part of being on this land at all to say that we came from Europe and stole it from them or anything, because that just didn't happen. And even now the Moroccans are like, we don't claim them. We don't claim any part of that. That's no nonsense, you know?
Right. And here's the thing, and it gets so frustrating because, and I've said this before, I've actually read the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, And I've gone through the actual history behind it, and I can see almost like when these guys take laws that actually are laws but twist them, you know. There is a historical context for some of the things they're saying, but to say that they were here before the Native Americans came over on the land bridge during the Ice Age. When the Moors did have contact with this country was hundreds, if not thousands of years after that.
Here, living on this land,
right,
and fighting and living in the tribal, tribes throughout the land, different areas, different tribes, surviving here before, Europeans came over and did what we did and all this other crap to them. No, that wasn't part of the history of Native indigenous peoples here.
Right. The whole thing with the Moors was about maritime law. It was about their ships and our ships being able to trade openly with each other without shooting at each other when they see you in the water. That's literally what it was.
That's all it was. And now they're like, we were here for the no, that you need to stop with that. They do. They need to stop with that. They need to stop with all of it.
Yeah.
But they really need to stop with that. I mean, you just don't go around claiming that you're part of a culture that you're not part of. Or you just make up a culture and put yourself in a time in history that you never were.
Right. And even the people who literally are indigenous, when was the last time that somebody from the Cherokee Nation decided that if you leave your house, they're just going to move in because it's theirs because they were here first? Because that's the Moor argument. They could just live in your house if they want to because they were here first. Well, you don't see the actual indigenous people doing that.
No.
I don't even know how they come up with this. Well, I actually do because the history behind it started in Chicago, and I knew about them. I knew about them way before this whole thing started when I was a kid.
Too. Yep.
Yeah, being from Chicago.
There were people around the Chicago area doing this when we were young. I mean, there's still a guy in Chicago that just wanders around yelling to himself about this. But now he just has a camera that he can yell into about it. So he's just crazy.
My first introduction to the Moors was actually back in the 80s. What's up, Mark? And I didn't know anything about, the whole movement or anything. Just at the time, my mom had to go to court because she was in charge of, she was a nurse and she was working at this place, and she had all the other nurses were under her. She was like the boss and then, or the manager, whatever. And there was a nurse that she caught pocketing if a patient passed away, their medicine, especially the narcotics, you were supposed to dispose of it properly. Well, this lady was writing down that she disposed of it, but putting it in her pocket and taking it home. And my mom caught her doing that, so she fired her. Then she decided to sue the hospital and sue my mom because they fired her because she was a Moorish national and they were being racist against her for her Moorish nationality. And she's telling me this whole thing about in court and the arguments this lady was making. And again, when I was a kid hearing this story, but then as an adult, I start covering these Moors and I'm like, she was one of them. That's what that was her argument. And of course my mom won. But
we fired you because you were, stealing
drugs.
Yeah, it wasn't anything to do with your nationality or your religion or your color of your skin or your sex, nothing like that. It was because you were stealing medicine. Plain and simple. Yeah. But of course, they got to turn it around into something else. That's just how it is. Victim mentality. Always.
So anyway, before we get back to it, the last thing
I just want to comment on this really quick. I do think they comprehend. I think a lot of them, the majority of them, do comprehend Poster 7. They just skip over, put blinders on, and cherry pick what they want out of Poster 7.
Yeah, as long as their fans buy their false narrative, they'll keep building it.
Right.
My favorite gotcha moment for that specifically came from Auditing America. And this was a long time ago. So he knows because he still uses Poster 7 as an argument. But I remember the first time he went into a post office and the postmaster actually knew and understood what Poster 7 said, called him out on it. He immediately flipped it and said, well, Poster 7 is unconstitutional, so it doesn't matter what it says.
My favorite gotcha moment was when Dummy Kruger debated Vegas Vips. And Vegas Vips wrote his own Poster 7 because he knew the one that was there didn't say what he wanted it to say.
Yep. So he reworded it to make it. Yep.
My favorite gotcha moment, that they really do understand that it says what they don't want it to say. So I think a lot more of them do comprehend it than we give them credit for. And they just choose to skip over the parts they don't want to see,
Well, and honestly, that's a good point because, and I've said this before, like, I wouldn't feel so comfortable coming on here every day calling these guys butterbrain idiots and potato brain douche canoes if I thought they actually mentally had something wrong. Then I'd feel bad making fun of them. But it is because I think they do know better, which just proves even further that they're doing it intentionally and they're doing it on purpose.
Of course they are. They know, because they know what will get them the most conflict versus what won't.
Right.
To maximize their earning potential here on YouTube. Here, yes. So if they just, people like Four Corner Fists in the Air, Justin Cheat, he's kind of one that is mentally, I don't feel comfortable calling him a butterbrain douche canoe or things of that nature. I do think there's something, I think he is challenged. You just don't get it. Like him, I would say he wouldn't understand Poster 7 or anything of that nature. Like he truly would have to just go based on what other people are saying.
Right.
But the good majority of them get it. They get it. They know what they're doing. They know how to try and maximize their earnings. They know who to bother. They know who to go. That's why they go to a post office and they go to these gas station, public works.
Soft targets.
Yeah, soft targets. They go to these schools. They go to the low-hanging fruit, like I say.
Yeah.
Because what's going to cause the most amount of conflict with the least amount of effort and quickly and get me more money on YouTube, more people watching, and they got to keep up in the game because it's been done. So people are getting bored. So I got to keep upping the game.
Yep. Put on a full disguise and stand out in front of a bank. No, that's not going to arouse suspicion.
Right. And I got to be nastier. I have to be meaner. I have to be crueler. I have to get more clerks arrested. I have to, I have to up it. I have to keep upping it and doing more and more and more. Not to say that Society Red is wrong, but there's a lot more of them that do understand.
Yeah.
I believe that. That's just my opinion, though.
Well, yeah, we don't know what's going on in their heads,
but yeah, I'm not saying she's wrong or anybody's right, or it's just, because like you said, we don't know what's going on in their head. So.
Well, I mean, there's so many of them. Obviously, any umbrella blanket statement for any group is not literally going to be accurate. There are going to be people who do understand, and there's going to be people who don't,
Of course. Yeah.
But I just thought of it when we were talking about making fun of these guys. I will always say that one of the exceptions for me has always been Glenn Serio, because I really do honestly believe there's something wrong with his brain, but he's just such a slime ball because he knows what he's saying when he calls a black guy the N-word. He knows what he's saying when he calls a woman a flat-chested lesbian thing. Like, he's just a slime ball, and he deserves all the derision he gets.
Yeah, there's a difference between Poster 7, misunderstanding, and knowing you're an out-and-out slimy racist.
Yep. Yeah.
You can be taught that. I mean, that's something that everybody's taught. Racism is taught. I'm sorry, it's taught. To learn behavior. Yep. So he knows what he's doing is wrong. And you're right. I have no trouble making fun of him. I always say I don't go after personal appearance, and I don't.
Right.
But with him and with Georgia Transparency, I will. Because
But they
are
opened the door and
nasty.
asked for it.
They are nasty. Yeah, they're nasty. They're disgusting, just low as slime ball, lower than a slug people. So yeah,
Yep.
I'll go there with those two. They're probably the only two I will.
Right. Yeah, I always try as best as I can to keep all of my commentary based on the crap they're doing in the video, not them personally. I also think there's something wrong with Glenn. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with him.
Yeah, oh yeah. But like
the problem is what's wrong with him
very
deserves a
big racist.
smack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just the worst racist I've ever come across in my 50 years of existence. And I've known some pretty big racist people.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
Anyway.
Saying something.
So the last thing I wanted to say about the video before we get back into it is, again, to reiterate that he started this by trying to sell this idea that he's going there. Oh, yeah, AFA is absolute. And he's one that you absolutely know for a fact that he does know better.
Yes.
Which proves that he absolutely does it
What he
intentionally.
did to that old man. Oh my God.
In fact, there's a whole new video just about that event by the Past Unremembered.
Yeah.
Which who knows?
One.
Yeah, we might be able to show that today too. We still got time. So let's go ahead and finish this one up. Again, what I was going to reiterate before I restarted it is this whole video began with him trying to sell the idea of I'm investigating why Chicago police get all this overtime. So now that he has a chance to actually do some sort of investigation, what does he say? Oh, I'm just filming.
Right. But see, the investigation was done already by the person who wrote the article. And the investigation was done by the person who wrote the article. So why doesn't he tell us what's in the article? And he wants to do his own research like a real journalist. You know, it was done by a real journalist already. I mean, he's making something out of nothing. I mean, come on.
Yep. He's douche canoes.
Yes, I can. I can be here, ma'am. Yeah, I can be here. Yeah. Can I have your name? Can I have your name? I'm a private citizen. You're a public employee, right? What's your position here? Ma'am, what's your position here?
You know, I don't give you right to videotape.
Well, I just need to know who
I don't give you right to videotape. So you have to turn that off. You do not have right to videotape me on this property.
You're in public, ma'am.
You don't have right to videotape me on this property. Period.
Okay.
You don't have right to videotape.
Can you?
You don't want to say your name. I suggest that you turn the camera off. Because
Okay.
you don't have right to videotape.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do. Can I just know who I'm speaking with? No? I have some questions for Chicago Department of Water.
This is not the Chicago Department of Water.
It is.
No, it's not.
That's what the sign says, man.
This is not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
This is not the Department of
No,
Water
it is not.
Water Management. It's not. That's absolutely what the sign said out there.
Well, this is technically, sir. This
Yeah.
is the gas station.
Okay.
The water department's on the side. This is fleet.
Okay.
The water department's on the side.
Okay, but it's all part of the same property, right?
It's not the same department.
Okay.
Is that what you said? It's not part of the same department.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is a different department.
Okay.
This is fleet. That's water. So.
All right. Thanks. So you guys don't work for the water department? No.
No, they do not work for the water department because this is the Department of Fleet. This is where people come to get gas for their government vehicles and where they maintain the vehicles for the city. The water department, as the guys told you, is on the other side of the property where the property is split into two departments, one for water and one for fleet. If you were truly there to ask questions about the water department, you would have left after
Okay. So they the Chicago Department of Water Management cost the city about $23 million last year in overtime pay. And the story is that all they do is some of them do is just drive around in city vehicles and just sit at nondescript corners for hours and hours doing nothing. And yet we have to pay $23 million in overtime.
Now, he's wrong yet again. The article itself does not mention the Department of Water. It mentions the Department of Waste Management, the Police Department, and the Fire Department. It does say that other departments have increased their overtime budgets as well, but it does not specify the Water Department. Now, if he is truly concerned, he could go to the Department of Waste Management, do a Freedom of Information Act request, and see if there was any, damage to the sewer lines, which they would be responsible for. Maybe they have, city provided waste management pickup for trash and recycling. Again, that could be obvious reasons, but yet he doesn't want to, because like all these guys say, even though they're gathering content or information for a story, they're not doing their jobs right if they're not getting all the facts as a journalist should.
So I'm just here to see how hard they're working and why we have to pay so much overtime. That's all. Why the taxpayers have to pay $23 million in overtime pay and get little back for their money. They have restricted signs. It clearly says Chicago Water Management on that truck. But she's claiming that this area is just for the fleet, which I see the sign up there. And then the entrance to the water department says no trespassing. It's restricted. But I will pay a visit to their main office.
What an idiot.
So you're not even in the right department. You're at the right place. That's not even the main office part of the water department. You're at the Department of Fleet, where the water department stores their vehicles. I know you frauditors are a special kind of dumb, but maybe if you want to get the information you seek and speak to somebody who can answer your questions, perhaps go to the main office like you should be.
Since it seems that they don't want anyone crossing this entrance here, I will pay a visit to their main office and see if I can get some answers to my questions.
For some reason, the audio in his video does cut out for a good 45 seconds. So I will be cutting that out of this video and getting back to where he starts speaking again. I do apologize, but I would rather us have a jump cut than listen to dead air.
If I may point out something, in the course of doing this, I have realized that most of the headquarters for the various city departments are often tucked away in nondescript downtown high-rises, where it's almost impossible for you to access those offices. They either want you to make an appointment or flat out deny you access to those offices. But I will do my best to make some appointments and try to access those offices and get some of my questions answered, hopefully. And I do not think that that's an accident. I do not think that that's an innocent mistake. I believe that it's intentional. It's on purpose because they do not want members of the public to easily access their government.
What
shit. Have you ever heard more bullshit or drivel coming from somebody who's not even the president?
She's running away. I think she's calling the police. Sometimes these public employees need to be educated. So let's wait and see what happens.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So, what do you do? What is it?
What do I do?
Yeah, obviously you're filming.
Yeah, I go to government agencies.
Okay.
And I try to hold them accountable. For example, the Department of Water Management last year cost the city $23 million in overtime pay.
Okay.
So I'm here to find out how hard they're working that the public has to pay $23 million in overtime pay.
So instead of going to the Water Management Department, you go to the City of Chicago's Department of Fleet, where it's clearly for gassing up vehicles and storing vehicles for the water department at some parts. That doesn't make any sense. This is just you wasting time. This is you trying to get what you want for a confrontation.
Okay.
Yeah, does that make sense?
No, I get what you're doing.
Right.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Like, that was
Right. I don't have any ill intent here. I'm just.
I know. I
yeah.
get what you're doing.
Right.
I just kind of figured.
Right.
So I was just a little first time we saw you.
Gotcha.
You were just recording. We're like,
Oh.
what the hell's going on?
Yeah, I understand how you could be nervous and wonder what I'm doing here, which is fine. Right. Which is fine. I mean, you can come and ask me, and I can explain, or or you can, have a different attitude, and then I can let you know that, hey, I have the right to do what I'm doing here, right? But I appreciate you being curious. Yeah. Right. And then the fact that she says I don't have the right to record here is just ridiculous. This is a public property. This is public property. There are no signs. Out there that says we can't be in here.
I was like, wait.
Yeah, that's why I walked in.
Yeah, no.
Because if you go to that,
that's what I said. I'm like, there's
right, if you go to that gate, it says restricted, so I didn't go past that gate, right?
I was confused.
Right,
I was like, okay.
right.
I'm like,
I'm sorry. All this time and everything that he's saying and everything that's going on, I still don't see where he's investigating the waste of the overtime money. He's at Sunnyside and Cicero. Oh, I think I've been there.
North side, right by the 90-94 split. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, did I miss it? Where's he investigating this overtime thing he came there to investigate?
I haven't heard one study's mentioned that at all. Unless I missed it, I haven't heard anything about it. So
in his narration when he was putting the video together, he talked about it, but in the actual investigation,
no.
I was thinking earlier though, I said something and I was just, speaking off the cuff, and I realized like I'm getting old. Much love, everyone. Gotta work. Have a wonderful day, night. Have a great day, Ancient Chart. Thank you for coming out. But I realized how old I am, Ray. Did you catch what I said earlier when I was first talking about this video? When talking about getting gas? I said, you want regular or unleaded?
Yeah.
I'm old.
So what? You said
nobody cares if you put lead in gas anymore. That hasn't been a thing in forever. That's the first thing I thought of.
You can't just put leaded gas in your car.
No, but that's the thing. That's not even a thing anymore. Now people are worried about whether or not there's corn in their gas, not whether or not there's lead in their gas.
Oh, the E85 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No. But most people are still, whether it's regular or unleaded.
Right. But that was the thing. I don't think lead gas even exists anymore.
Yes, it does.
Oh, that is still a thing?
I believe so, isn't it?
I know.
It's,
Well, I
for
know
trucks.
diesel.
Oh, diesel. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's something completely different. If you're putting diesel in your car, you got a whole different batch of problems to worry about.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it is. Wait, then why do they still have unleaded on the signs?
Just places that haven't changed their signs yet.
But they have a different price. Or is it diesel? Is regular
Diesel's
diesel?
a different price.
And
Yeah.
I'm thinking that it's unleaded. I don't know. Maybe I'm just so used to my brain is like trained.
You're the same age as me. That's why. Just about. You're like
Right?
younger.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I didn't know what you were saying. I'm like, so what? So you said unleaded. I'm still like, so what? You know? We didn't even catch it. Yeah, I'm like, and you said unleaded. Big deal. Regular and unleaded. Or unleaded or leaded. I'm just like, what?
Right. We're all in that age group where like, yeah, that's the standard. Okay. And it's like, no, not anymore. Used to be.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, that's great though. I'm actually glad that people didn't catch it because then it makes me feel like less like I'm an old man, you know. Like, no, we all remember that. Yeah, okay, cool. It'd be like if I was talking about payphones, you know. Like, yeah, we remember payphones. Cool, you know. Remember when Superman used to get changed in the phone booth? Now, good luck finding a phone booth, you know.
You know that's not real, right? Okay.
No, I know Superman's not real. Oh. No, but I mean the idea, like the only time you see a phone booth nowadays is when it's Doctor Who, you know.
Yeah, once in a while you'll see in random places some beat up, like leaning almost all the way over. You don't know how it's still standing phone booth, you know.
Right.
But you don't even see a payphone anymore unless it's random. Like, again, it's got no receiver. It's you know, it's got graffiti all over it.
Yeah.
It's a relic, yeah.
A relic from the past. Yes. So anyway, there's not much left to this video. Do you want to just move ahead to watch and pass unremembered, tear apart Josh Abrams?
Yeah.
All right. Because I love watching Josh Abrams get what for, and we were talking about it earlier. So let's go ahead and move on to that one. But before we do, round of applause, of course, for the one and only NCR News Network. Oh, leaded gas is still used, but not in cars. Okay. Good to know. I did not know that.
Yeah, obviously I didn't either. I thought it was still leaded or unleaded. Yeah.
Right.
Because I was like, and what's the big deal?
Yep. Oh.
Vilified Freedom.
Hey, Vilified's here. What's up, buddy? Great to see you, as always. You came here just in time to watch Pass Unremembered, tear apart Josh Abrams. All right, here we go.
Past Unremembered. This is a viewer-requested presentation. Thanks for your suggestion.
Josh Abrams, who operates the channel Accountability for All, presents a wide array of interactions for viewers to explore. Unfortunately, a significant portion of these interactions are tainted by offensive instances of harassment. The members of Past Unremembered unanimously agree that Josh is the least favored individual among the auditors. Upon watching his videos, an immediate sense of repulsion and unease is evoked. In our opinion, no other video exemplifies his disgusting, true nature more than the one we are about to discuss.
scene's over here. I think I caught that guy with his pants down. Homeboy had his pants down. What the hell? I'm seeing a lot of stuff. I gotta run that back.
Here we reduce the speed of the video and focus towards specific details. Prior to sharing this video, Josh took the time to rewatch it and subsequently made public allegations against the individual involved, accusing him of engaging in an abhorrent act that could potentially destroy his entire life. Josh's strong desire for a scandalous and damning scenario was evident, yet he made a deliberate choice to ignore the readily available truth. The visibility of exposed skin in this context prompts us to question the reason. Considering that his shorts were supposedly pulled down, it should be emphasized that his shorts are situated above his knees and are never observed below this level. Please take note of the belt's position and whether it is fastened or not. He is retightening it, but it is indeed being worn properly. Is the zipper unfastened? There is no evidence to suggest that Josh's accusations against this man are valid. Our evaluation indicates that the man was wearing shorts that may have been slightly loose, causing his shirt to become untucked while he was sitting. Instead of walking around with a disheveled appearance, he chose to retuck his shirt, a decision that would be made by nearly anyone in a similar situation.
I'm pretty sure I just caught him with his pants down, and now he's leaving.
So let's slow this down. Keep an eye below the second plant on the right-hand side. The red figure that's getting up, that's him, pulling his pants up above his waist. And as we clear the corner, keep a clear eye. You will very clearly and unmistakably see him start to buckle up his pants. I saw this myself, and thankfully was able to turn the camera in his direction as soon as I did. And as I said, he's now buckling his pants. It's at this moment he realizes that I catch him personally and on camera, so it's time for the library staff to help him in his daring escape.
Sneaking away, I know, buddy. Still pulling his pants. Hey, man, why were you pulling your pants up in the corner of the library, man? Why were you pulling your pants up, bud? Why were you pulling your pants up, brother? Had a seat overlooking the window of a playground.
Full disclosure, the playground near the Acton Memorial Public Library in Massachusetts has been confirmed. Upon reaching out to the library and the police department, it was established that there were no children present in the playground during the supposed incident. This refutes the claim that the act of this older gentleman adjusting his shirt was falsely depicted as a grotesque act by Josh. To falsely accuse someone like this tells you all you need to know about Josh and his wife, Anna.
Pulling your pants up, bud. Oh, he's nervous. He got caught.
Do you think that that's something that's strange to you guys? Yeah. Right. So that would be alarming to you guys if you saw it as well, correct? Sir, I'm asking you a question. Would that be alarming to you if you had seen that in person? Thank you. Contacted you guys. Look, I have people.
With all the disturbing components of this story, one of the most disturbing is the library's reaction to what happened.
The impact of Josh's thoughtless communication is apparent in the turmoil it has caused. The timeless guidance to think before speaking serves as a valuable lesson in situations involving false accusations. False accusations, especially those pertaining to sexual misconduct, have the capacity to inflict irreparable harm on individuals' lives and reputations. It is unfortunate to note that Josh's lack of consideration has resulted in such severe repercussions, including the onset of depression, our sources say.
As soon as we reported to the library staff that we saw this man with his pants down, their first reaction was not to protect the patrons, the children, or the staff. Their first reaction was to protect the offender.
Despite looking at video evidence, the same video evidence that you saw right now, they still refuse to admit that this man did something wrong. They refuse to contact authorities. But they did do something. They whisked this man away, hid him in an authorized area for employees only, and kept him there, out of view of our cameras. And they allowed him to leave right when law enforcement arrived. Despite library staff being adamant that the man could have done nothing wrong, police took a look at the video and realized almost immediately that something here was wrong. However, they were not able to apprehend, question, or identify this man because the Acton Public Library in Acton, Massachusetts actively hid him and aided in his escape. Nothing in the world made sense to us as to why they would assist him and keep him from the arm of justice after doing something so terrible. Projecting, we figured they must know this guy. What is their purpose for hiding them? Well, the inappropriate staff member you saw pictured in this video, we found something more disturbing: his role at the library. This is his bio. Hello, my name is Robert Carter, and I'm so happy to be your new head of Children's Services. I've been a librarian in several local communities, including Tingsboro, Weston, Sudbury, and Winchester. I've also worked as a graphic designer, a stay-at-home father, and a marker space manager. I love working with children, discussing books, Dungeons and Dragons, teaching, and crafting. My agenda is bursting with ideas for programming, but I would love to hear from the Acton community about children's activities you'd like to see at your library. Please introduce yourself when you're in the children's room. Ask me about my dog and 3 cats, or send me an email. Look forward to meeting you. That's right, Robert is the head of Children's Services. It makes you wonder why someone whose area of responsibility and department oversight being children would be someone that would be so quick to help protect someone that is harming the most vulnerable members of our society, that being children.
If the veracity of Josh's statements was confirmed, our focus would shift towards actively investigating the operations of this library. While some may question why no legal action has been taken against Josh by the library staff and the man he victimized, the prevailing sentiment appears to be a desire for a discreet resolution. The disturbing content of the phone calls, emails, and handwritten letters that have been shared with us is beyond description, and the repercussions persist even as we attempt to convey the severity of the situation here. The continuous influx of viewers to the accountability for all video only serves to prolong the ordeal. Josh's error has been pointed out to him, but he has yet to remove this video. Hopefully we can change that.
This is the first time in my activism career I think I've ever had the police thank me for filming. This is one of those moments where law enforcement serve a purpose, and make sure if you see something like this to film and document as much as you can, and remember as many details as possible. No detail is too small and can help in the eventual apprehension of individuals like this. Now, please keep in mind that this person has an expectation of innocence over guilt until his day in court, if that day should come. However, it doesn't really help how many details you remember or how many instances you record if the place this is happening is that quick as Acton was to hide and help a monster like this escape. This is a collaboration of my video and Banana Anna's video. Make sure you...
Okay, so, oh man, there's so much to unpack there. So obviously we covered this when it happened and we discussed it, but what Past Unremembered is pointing out is that this guy, this victim of Josh from this library, and we always talk about these people, and specifically Josh Abrams, going out of their way, not just to get clicks and views, but to actively try and ruin people's lives, thinking it's funny, laughing at people when they quit their jobs or whatever. And like he did with that girl when he made her cry, he thought it was so funny. But now the whole reason Past Unremembered brought this up, they're saying that they're in contact with these people, and they're finding out that as more people find that video, more people try to find him and are still going after him. Now, all this time later, it's still messing up his life.
Right. I mean, so many people try to have this video removed as well. YouTube won't take it down. Nobody understands why the older gentleman won't come back and do anything about it. He's probably afraid of retaliation. I mean, look what they already did to him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Look at what, I mean, just a simple act of lying on a YouTube channel can do when you have rabid, sick fan or subs that follow you. I mean, it's just, look what it can do. That poor man. I mean, I understand Josh is too fat to have a belt and need to adjust it, but normal sized men usually have to adjust their belt throughout the day. Okay.
Yep.
Even females who wear a belt throughout the day will have to adjust it. It happens. It's just something that happens to people that aren't the size of the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man. So what he did to this man was sickening, to say the least. I have no words for what else it is. But I understand that Past Unremembered wants to do something about it. But I don't know that bringing it back up is the best idea.
Right. Well, I mean, again, it's hard to judge, and especially like, because you pointed this out earlier. I know you and I talked about this earlier today, but I don't remember if it was before or after we went on the air. But it's this whole idea, like, in general, with these guys, it's like, all right, so I'm going to use this as an example, but applying it to this mentality, like, when I was a kid, it was like, well, if a bully gives you a hard time, you just fight back and then they'll know to leave you alone. But like nowadays, it seems like if a bully messes with you and you fight back, that'll just make them hit you even harder next time, because how dare you stand up to me? And it's like the same basic mentality. It's like, if this guy did stand up for himself, then maybe he's afraid that they're going to attack him even harder, because they're already attacking him for not doing anything. Imagine how they'll attack him if he actually does try to do something.
No, I'm not attacking him for not doing anything.
No,
I'm
not saying you.
For that.
Well, no, right. No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying them people.
They're attacking him for what they say he did.
Right.
They're not attacking him for not doing anything. I'm wondering why he won't do anything. Because
but that he might be afraid of retaliation is my point.
You know what? But there comes a point where you have to do something, or else these people keep getting away with what they're doing. Yep. He feels he can act like this and go in places and do things like this and get people fired and laugh at them when they're crying and accuse people of being a pedophile because he's done it, because he gets away with it. He knows what he did was wrong. He knows exactly what he did here, but he'll leave that video up anyway and ruin an innocent life. Because why? Because he can. Because nobody does anything about it. Not even YouTube will take that video down.
Yeah, it's horrendous. And I mean, Josh has been one of my most hated Frauditors for a long time now, because like I said, ever since I saw that video where he laughed when he made that lady cry. And again, we don't really know, but it seemed from that video like she had like some kind of a stalker or a crazy ex or something, and that's why she really didn't want to be filmed and posted on the internet. And he just thought it was hilarious. Oh, look at her crying. Oh, I made her quit her job. Oh. Amazing how Josh thinks it's okay to throw around accusation, but when they're throwing at him, suddenly it becomes harassment and retaliation. Yes. These guys are hypocrites. They're liars. They're scumbags. They're butterbrain douche canoes. They're potato brain asshats. What else can we
compare? If somebody is hiding from an abusive ex that would literally kill them if they found them, they're like, Well, then don't come out of your house. I don't care. And literally follow them around and film them.
Don't go out in public. Yep.
Don't go out in public then. Then don't go out in public. But it's not my problem. Stay at home and close your blinds. They literally don't care. They don't have any empathy, no sympathy, no compassion. That's how they can accuse this old man of doing this without blinking an eye. Him and his wife, they're the same type. That's how they could get married and live with each other. Otherwise, it wouldn't work. They're the same person.
Yeah.
They don't even have to discuss it before they decide they're going to do something like this.
Yeah. It's just like, hey, that's a great idea. Oh, cool. Yeah, let's go.
They don't even have to discuss it. It's disgusting to me. It angers me.
Yes.
That
absolutely.
Because nobody will fight back against people like this, that they keep doing it. If somebody drug his ass through the mud, put him in court, and made him answer for this in a civil manner, if not criminal, then he would think twice the next time. I'm saying maybe because I highly doubt it, but maybe.
Right. Yeah, it's so difficult, and we've talked about this so many times before as well. But like a huge part of the thing for me is not just like how horrible these people are, but paying attention to their fan base. And it's like, how are there so many horrible, evil, rotten, no good, heartless, soulless, unempathetic, no compassion people that support these guys in what they do and think it's all dandy?
It looks like so many, but how many people are there really in the world? And
well, okay, yes, big picture, it's an extremely
100,000.
small.
That's really not. I mean, and you think about how many people are mentally ill with the, the cluster Bs, like narcissism and things like that. It's like psychopathy and sociopathy and stuff like that. It's not really that many.
Yeah, well, yeah, technically it does seem like a lot, but you're right. Because if you really break it down, the most subscribed like frauditors in the world, LIA is on a whole nother level with 500,000 or whatever, but generally you could fit 100,000 people in a Super Bowl stadium or something,
But
so like that's compared to the population as a whole, it's just a tiny little subsection.
When you're a tiny store being call flooded by 100,000 well, you're not going to be call flooded by all of them, but even a third of them, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. When you're being looked at and letters are sent and calls are being made because somebody accused you of being a pedophile when all you were doing was adjusting your belt, it's a lot of people.
Yep.
So it's perspective. And we sit here and say, we don't know how so many can, but because it's not a lot. But when you're being the one on the other side of it, you're victimized by them. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it only takes a couple hundred people all calling at the same time to tie up your phone lines and make it so that you can't conduct business.
Right. And then your business, if your phone base, a lot of it's phone based, it goes down the tubes. Yep. So doesn't take a whole lot then, does it? No.
And again and again and again and again. Like I get so frustrated when these scumbags come into my comment section and call me a bootlicker and say that, oh, I just love cops and the government and this and that. It's like none of them will ever address that you guys, these frauditors are out there actively destroying people's lives, getting businesses shut down, getting people fired, getting people to quit, pepper spraying regular people, random citizens.
The power that they think that gives them.
Yep.
They're proud of it. They have no control anywhere else in their lives. Not. They probably go home and they're henpecked by their wives, right? Their kids probably run their lives. They give me this, give me that, and they just give it to them, right? They have no control anywhere. They have a criminal record that doesn't let them get a decent job besides scooping up elephant shit somewhere, right? So everywhere in their lives, they have no control. but they found this area where they think they have so much control, the power of it, the power. I can get somebody fired. I can ruin somebody's life the way I feel like mine's been ruined. Guess what I'm going to go out there and do? And guess what I'm going to enjoy doing? Think about it. They're all just big pussies.
Yeah.
Stands for Ray of Sunshine Network, and it's something that Frauditor Mania and Doc Lanou came up with to connect channels so they can help each other, promote each other, and promote new channels, basically.
Yes. And the Ray is spelled R-A-E in honor of my beautiful, gorgeous, amazing co-host, the one and only Ray. All right. Round of applause for the beautiful, the amazing, the wonderful Ray.
Thank you, Erica. Have a good day.
Yes. Always great to see you. Yes, indeed. Greatest fan in the world.
You know. Yeah, but that's my opinion of it. That's the way I see it. Other people might have a different view of why they enjoy doing what they're doing out there, but I think it's the power that they have. They think they have over other people.
Right.
And they command their subs to do this stuff. And then when their subs do it, they're like, oh, yeah, look at me. I'm in control of my subs. I'm in control of who gets hired and fired. I'm in control of how the cops treat me. I'm in control of all this. Look at me. I'm the shit.
Yep.
But here. But then I got to go home. So I'm not there. But, you know, that's besides the point.
Right. That's it. And they get off on the adrenaline rush. They get off on the control. They get off on just anything they can to hurt other people. And that's the thing, too. And this is a big, huge piece of it, is that hurting someone's feelings, hurting someone emotionally, to them is not hurting. Because feelings don't matter.
Exactly. It's like we were talking about. They think it's normal because they don't have feelings. They think it won't hurt anyone because nobody should have feelings.
Right.
Why do you think they say it shouldn't bother you? And they're like sometimes utterly confused on why it would bother someone. Because it doesn't bother them, so it shouldn't bother you. What? Yeah.
Right. Which again just proves that they don't have it, because the only way they could not comprehend, like actually, like if they're not playing it up, if they actually cannot comprehend how it would bother someone, it means that they don't have the ability to be bothered. So that's why they don't understand it, which means that no empathy, literally, no compassion.
Well, if you look at, if you actually watch like a log, if you can stand it without needing a puke bucket. If you look at Long Island Audit, one of his live streams where he's sitting in front of that, you know, We the People thing, and he's sitting there by himself. If you look at his eyes, there's nothing there. Nothing.
Oh, yeah. He's got,
yep.
Like looking in the eyes of a shark right before it bites.
Yeah. Just a predator with nothing else in mind except who can
black soulless eyes.
Yeah, black soulless eyes, just nothing there. They're just actually like, they give you the chills because you just don't want to be looking there. You just don't. So it's like, I can't watch no.
Yeah, it's so weird to me. Like you said,
complaints. Because they want to have control. They think complaining will get the officer in trouble or the employee in trouble, or they think they're so important that their complaint will be the downfall of whoever they're complaining about.
Yep. They actively try to ruin people's lives. That's it.
Binary Tools. It was nice to see you.
Yes. But yeah, that's it.
That's
It's
my
like,
take anyway.
well, no, that's the thing. You're right. Here's the thing. And again, it kind of goes back to what I said. I say this a lot, but anytime you throw an umbrella statement or a blanket statement against any group, obviously there are going to be exceptions and this and that. But You're absolutely right. You know, and it's different people have different motivations, but one of the things, this is why, again, I always go back to people like Mark Stout and Big Wes and Ironton Auditor, because there are people who see this and believe the false narrative. So they think, oh, yeah, I'm going to try that. But then there are people who actually do have empathy. There are people who actually do have compassion. There are people who actually do care about other humans. And they realize relatively quickly, like, wait a minute.
I can't do this.
Yeah, this is not right.
Treat people this way, even though I believe in a certain set of fundamental rights, and I do want to fight for those rights. I'm not going to do it that way. I'm just not going to do it that way. Mark Stout still writes briefs. He still, advocates. He still does it, but does it the right way now. Do you know what I mean? And Ironton Auditor, he cup watches, but he does it as safe distance, and he doesn't insert himself. He does not make it all about him.
Yep.
But that's why he doesn't have the following, you notice, like the other ones do, because he doesn't create controversy. He doesn't insert himself. He doesn't do all the nasty crap that the other ones do. He doesn't treat officers like they're pieces of crap.
Yep.
Treats, everybody with respect. So why do you think he won't?
Well, you know what? And I just thought of it. Another example, Familia TV. Steve from Familia TV, he started out getting into all this because he supported it.
Yeah.
And then the more videos he was watching, the more he realized, wait a minute, this isn't fighting. This is just a bunch of douchebags being douchebags.
Yeah, no, he's the biggest hater of them. He's like, no way. He's like, we got to do something to fight him. You know what I mean? Like, he's always trying to figure out ways to
stop what they're doing, go against them.
Yeah. And, he's one of the first that I watched when I first came through. It was, Team Skeptic, and I'm skeptic. Don't listen to me trying to pronounce words. They're hard. And
Team Skeptic is right. You're right.
Skeptic. Is it right? Did I say it right?
Skeptic.
Sounds weird. Doesn't it sound weird? Or anyway, so he was one of the first that I watched, and he was one of the first creators to actually like speak to me. You know what I mean? Like, and everything else, and he really got me lit, about stuff, and that's when I decided to do what I was going to do with, privacy complaints and things of that nature, because I told him my idea, and he's like, why don't you do it? Just do it. You don't need anyone's permission. That's something you do by yourself. You don't need a channel behind you. You don't need anything. You don't even have to have a channel. Just do it. I'm like, oh, I don't have to have a channel. He's like, no, just do it. Who says,
Well, this is the thing, and Past Unremembered is on the same plane. This whole group that we're talking about is a group of people who have taken it upon themselves to educate the general public that you have a right to be an asshole in public and film it. Basically, well, we're taking it upon ourselves to educate their victims that they have a right to privacy complaint on YouTube. $2 Canadian from Stefan. I could see passion and amore in Ray's eyes. That's right. Absolutely, positively.
With my avatar here. Yeah.
Hey, well.
Because I got out of bed and just I'm still in my pajamas, you guys. I woke up and I was like, I don't even have time to take a shower. I'm in my pajamas still.
I saw her before I went on the air. I always think Ray's gorgeous, but Ray's my love. So here we go. Here's a happy dance. All right, and a round of applause for Stefan. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Stefan. Don't listen to Hez. I look like warmed over poop.
Well, she always looks good to me. So what are you going to do about it? Oh, well. So anyway.
Do about it. Yeah.
Oh, dearie dear.
Yeah. Anyway, what was this thing? Anyway, yeah. So that's my opinion on it. I'd love to debate if you guys think called her gray. What did you call me? Gray?
Ray.
Bray.
Bray? Like Bray Wyatt, the wrestler? He died.
Leland says you called me Gray, Grey. I think you just called me Ray. Yeah.
Yeah, I have gray
Ray.
in my beard. I know that.
Yeah. Yeah. Rewind it. We can't. We're
Maybe the only way I could see that is maybe I was gonna say she's great, and then I was gonna say Ray. So
Ray.
great,
He
and then
combined
Gray.
it. Great and Ray. Oh, he slipped. Yeah, he called me Gray. Who's Gray? Yeah. Who's Gray? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So I'd love anybody who's got anybody who's got a differing opinion. I would love to hear it. And we can have a discussion,
Yeah.
It was just a slip of the tongue. He didn't call her Gray. Okay.
Why is that a thing now?
I don't know. Leland said she called me Gray. I don't know.
Live.
Maybe I have some gray hairs. I have some grays. I don't care. I don't dye my hair. So they're my wisdom highlights. I earned them all.
There you go. That's right. That's like that old joke where the parent is talking to the child and say, these gray hairs, every single one of them is there from a time you did something wrong. And then the child goes, well, then how come grandma's hair is white?
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
When my mom passed away, she had only one gray hair on her head. We looked. She didn't have any. Like, she was always proud of it. And we would always search for any others. And she only had one.
Wow. That's something, I guess.
Dad, on the other hand, by the time he was 35, he was completely gray. So it had nothing to do with me, though. I wasn't born until he was 34. So.
Yeah. I don't know. I got some gray in my beard, but it's weird. And you're the one who actually pointed this out to me a while ago. Like, when my beard grows, the gray hairs grow faster than the dark hairs.
Oh,
so every time I shave, like, the gray goes away.
Yeah, they do. They will grow faster and they're more wiry. So they look more like unkempt and curly than your other hair. Yeah.
That's so weird.
Because they're stiffer. Gray hair is stiffer. It's drier. So, yeah. And you're never going to condition your beard. I could probably never talk you into that. So forget about it. Just shave more. Trim the beard more. That's all.
No, I mean, eventually, I would like to actually, do that. I don't know. If you were stroking it, I'd make it soft. But when I'm stroking it, I like it the way it is. I don't know. No, I mean, but why is it got to be conditioned unless somebody's going to touch it, right?
Because it feels better for you to have it conditioned.
Like on my face, nice and soft.
Then the gray hairs wouldn't feel so stiff. They wouldn't look so bad against your beard. You could keep them longer. So you wouldn't have to shave as much. You wouldn't have to shave as much.
I might start doing that. See, you can talk me into it if you explain it that way. Because, like I said, I'm sitting here thinking, why would I put conditioner in my beard? Because to me, conditioner was like you run your fingers through someone's hair and it's nice and soft.
No,
I'm just running their fingers through my beard. So what do I need it for?
Why you condition it? At least I talked you out of that. 3 or 4 in one you were using? God bless, man. I don't know why you guys use that stuff. It's the worst.
I don't know, because it's cheaper than buying 3 bottles. You buy 1 bottle. Like, I always, forever, I always based what I bought on what was the cheapest, not on what was the best or what it does. Just like, okay, this is only $1, this one's $2, so of course I'm going to buy the $1 one.
Yeah.
Except when it comes to toothpaste. I like quality toothpaste. I like to keep my teeth clean.
I use Crest. I've always used Crest in my entire existence. As far as I can remember brushing my teeth, I have always used Crest. I don't know. I just find that to be the best one. I've tried other ones and it just doesn't, I don't know. I just don't like them.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends. But Crest is good. I like that one with the 3 different kinds in the tube. What's that one called? It's not AIM. AIM is like one of the...
Like Colgate and all those. I don't like Colgate. Don't like AIM. No, I don't know.
I
Said
love this.
Aqua Fresh, Aqua, the one
Yes.
that's the 3 stripes, the one I don't know.
That's
just
what I
like
was talking
crust.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, I just like crust. I don't know.
I like
That's
this
pretty
comment.
much what he was using. Yeah.
Yes,
Guys only need
shampoo,
one
soap,
bottle of
conditioner,
soap.
body wash, and WD-40 all in one.
I think his has also dishwashing liquid and car wash in it all in one. So besides the
And turtle wax
WD-40.
car wax. Yep.
Yeah.
No, mine was a 5-in-1. It was shampoo, conditioner, body wash, face wash, and there was one other category they put in there because it was called a 5. Oh, and I think it was like deodorant or something. Like it had some kind of scent to it to make you smell good throughout the day.
But think about it. Why would you want to wash your face with something that had conditioner in it? How many times did you get pimples?
Too much.
Right. So since I took you off of that and put you on a separate face wash, how many times have you got pimples?
Very rare.
There you go. I wouldn't wash my face with conditioner. Clog your pores all up.
Yeah. Now, see, I used to like when I was a kid, I'd take the conditioner and I'd make myself like an alfalfa in the shower, you know?
That was shampoo. Oh my gosh, your hair's doing it on its own.
Right?
You need a haircut, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Right, Cybermax? I don't care about gray hairs. What's wrong with washing your face with conditioner is it's bad for your skin. It clogs your pores.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't know either until she started teaching me.
Yeah, you got to take care of your skin, especially when you get older.
I'm starting to learn. And Bill Burr's the one who taught me about lotion. Before that, I just always had ashy elbows.
Yeah. Everybody earns their gray hairs, and you should leave them because they're your wisdom highlights.
Badge of honor. That's right.
Yeah, your badge of honor.
I made it this long, dagnabbit, and I'm still here.
Well, I mean, if he wants to wash his face with conditioner, that's just fine. But he was complaining that he was breaking out. So I asked him, and I said, maybe you shouldn't wash your face with conditioner.
Just, I mean, we're just having fun right now and just talking. But based on that
to wash
comment,
your face, you learn something new every day. Like,
wait, you're supposed to wash your face? Yeah, right. Well, no, but this is the thing, though. One of the things that
I'm up here getting in trouble, and I'm just trying to help you guys. I'm sorry.
No, this is why I was about to say. This is what I was about to say. I want to make sure everybody knows. Ray and I, you know, we hang out all the time. We talk all the time. Anytime she's given me any kind of advice or anything, it's almost always solicited. Like she doesn't just say, "No, you need to do that." No, it's like, "Hey, you know, I was wondering just in general when we're hanging out talking, I'll be like, hey, the other day I was wondering, I noticed that when I use this kind of soap, I had to, do you know anything about that kind of stuff?" And she'll be like, "Oh, well, yeah, actually." And, you know, so I ask. It's not like she's just, no.
Yeah, I'm not ordering him around. I don't order him around, honest to God.
Yeah.
No.
No. Actually, actually, Ray and I get along extremely well.
Except when we don't.
People argue sometimes. What happens?
Yeah.
It's part of life, you know. But again, the fact that we're able to get through that, you know, because I think ultimately the fact of the matter is, you know, and I mean, I can't speak for you, but just in general, you know, for everybody watching or whatever, just to understand, like, I think at this point, Ray and I know each other well enough to know that no matter what's going on or if we're arguing or what we're talking about or whatever, she knows that I come from a place of love and that I have a good heart. I know that she comes from a place of love and she has a good heart. And, you know, people disagree about things because we're different humans. Everyone's different. But ultimately, we know each other well enough to know that we're good people at our core, you know? And that's ultimately what it comes down to.
Yeah. It's just knowing somebody is coming from that place. So you don't hang on to it. Mr. Thomas, I'm really sorry. That had to be rough.
Oh.
I lost my mom when I was young. I was 19, and that's just too young to lose what amounts to looks like most of your whole family, and that I can't even imagine that.
Yeah.
Very sorry to hear that.
I always say, like, you know, realistically, when talking about like health and stuff, I always say, because my son's 9, so I always say, like, obviously you want to live as long as you can, but I always say, like, I have to live at least another 21, 22 years because I want my youngest son to be over 30 before he loses me. I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
to
at least over
you know?
30, settled, has his family in place, you know, if he's going to have one. They don't have to. I always tell my niece and nephew, like, you don't have to get married and have kids. It's not a law. You don't have to, you know. So
I'm sorry, I just read CyberX's comment.
you're right. I was just waiting for you to, yeah.
We were talking about something serious and then that.
Yeah, but yeah, just be settled. When you're 18, 19, 20 years old, you still, even though you're a grown up, or as my nephew says, a brand new grown up, you still need your parents. I mean, I still needed my mom, even though I didn't. She was in and out of my life most of my childhood. I would have loved to have dealt with that with her and then moved on and known her as an adult. And I just still felt like I needed her, and I never got that. And it's rough, you know, losing a parent that young, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
My dad didn't die until I was nearly 40, and that was, you know, he's supposed to, you know, that's the natural order. But when they die when you're too young, it's not how it's supposed to be. She was only 48 too, so.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, it's hard. But again, when you're in a position like I am now, where you have your own kids, you know, and I'm trying to, and mine are still young, it's like I'm always thinking about, you know, like how everything I do, and even just in general, you know, because like, well, just yesterday, I'm having a conversation with my son, and then as soon as he left, I started rerunning in my head everything we talked about and thinking, oh, should I have said this? Oh, was it wrong that I said that? Am I teaching him the right way about this? Am I making sure he understands that properly? You know, because when I only spend those weekends with him, I feel like now I have this opportunity to teach him so much more. But then I start second guessing myself. Did I do it right? Was it good for me to say that? Or I don't know.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that. No. All right. First of all, don't push the teaching moments. You know, they'll come. Just let them happen natural. And don't like stress about, should I have said this? Should I have said that? The only thing you really want to watch is what you say about his mom. That's it. That's it. The rest of it say, you know, do and be. Just be in the moment with him and don't worry about it, you know, because otherwise you're going to be stressing about what you're saying or making everything a teachable moment that you're going to miss the real moments with him. Don't do that. No, just be with him. Be in the moment. That's it. It goes so fast, Hez. You know that.
Yeah, I know.
The oldest one, it's already going to be 19. It goes so fast.
Too fast. Yep.
You know, they're little babies and their little bassinets, and then all of a sudden they're these big 6'3" monsters staring at you like, what's to eat? And you're like, oh my God. What happened to all that time? Where did it go?
Yep.
So just be in the moment. That's all. Just be in the moment.
Yeah.
Cherish it. You know.
Well, one of the things that's great with my youngest specifically is that he still loves to cuddle. He's like my little cuddle buck, you know. And so like he'll come up to me like all the time. Like he'll just be like, you know, just a big hug. Yeah. Well, you see, like when I'm live and he comes on, he always comes up to me and puts his arm around me, you know. And wants to hang out.
He'd live in your skin if he could. It's like, he
literally,
so
he
wants
would
to be close. But you know, he did lose you for a year. You know,
Right.
You were gone 2, they weren't with you for 1. He's probably worried. And you gotta give him time and he'll be okay. You know.
No, believe me, I don't mind it. I'm a very affectionate person.
Yeah,
I like
you are.
that.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you like it. So it's fine. But just be present. Be there for them when they're there. And don't worry about what you're saying. Don't turn everything in like this has to be a teachable moment. What am I saying? What am I doing? No, you're a good dad, Hez. It's evident. All right. Just be in the moment, be with them. It's gonna go in the blink of an eye, and you're gonna look back and go, gosh, I want that time back. Trust me. You're gonna even the terrible twos, you're gonna want them back, you know, because it means you get that time all over again.
Okay, so that being said, now that my youngest is 9, I am so happy that I never have to change a diaper on a baby ever again.
No, I would even take that time again, because it means you still get all the rest of the time, you know. And yeah, I know they hate that. My nephew recently gave us a list of names we can no longer call him. Wait, no, he's like, you can only call me Ray or Raymond. That's it. No more Peanut. No more, because we say the boy, you know, because she's the girl, he's the boy. And no more Peanut, the boy, Ray, you know, little man, things like that. We can't call him that anymore. You know, Peanut was my favoriteest nickname for him. I can't call him that anymore. Are you serious? Are you serious? No. What if my friends hear? That's no. What about private? No, because you might slip in front of people. You just have to break that now. Break the habit. He's like, give me your phone. Give me your phone. Give me your phone. He even took it out of my phone because I had him in there as Peanut.
Well, see, this is one of the things that's good about, like, eventually I'm going to be a grandparent. And that would be when you go to their recital and in the middle of the show, go right up in front of the stage where the whole audience can see you, go, hey, Peanut, smile, and start taking pictures. It's your job to embarrass them.
This is right before he graduated. So he gave us until he was, you know, out of high school at least. But come on.
No, I know, I'm joking.
It was depressing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember my oldest daughter years ago, she told us that we had to stop. I don't know where it came from, but we used to call her Lala. Like when she was a baby, like la 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 la, whatever. So we'd call her, you can't call me Lala anymore. But no. Okay, sorry.
And then take your phone and take it out of your phone.
No.
He did. He's like, I'll make sure there's no sign of any nicknames in your phone.
No Peanut. Man, that's no fun.
Put it in there as Ray. I'm like, oh my God. Why'd you do that? None of your friends are going to look at my phone. If you're calling me, that means you're with them.
Right? Oh, man. That's fun, though. But, yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Kids grow up. They outgrow being the baby, you know. Luckily, my little guy, he's still the baby, and he doesn't care. He likes being the baby. He's like, yeah, I'm the youngest. This is great, you know, but he's only 9, so we'll see.
Yeah, but when he's older, he's going to say, stop calling me the baby.
Yeah. Like, but you are the baby.
No.
Shut up.
He's going to say, stop it. You're going to call me by my name or the shortened version of my name, and that's it.
Right. Oh, wow. Well, at least I'm not a grandparent yet. Thank goodness.
No. Oh, God. None of that yet. Everybody's too young for that.
Yep.
The kids are too young. No.
Yes.
I know mine are. I don't know about yours.
Well, I mean, 19.
Nobody old enough.
Yeah, no. We're
not even my
for
oldest stepdaughter. I don't think she's even old enough, and she's in her 20s. She's in her early 20s. Well, mid 20s now, but I still think that's too young. I don't know why. I mean, that used to be the prime age for having kids, and now I'm like, oh no, you're still a baby. Live your life. No.
Right.
Don't go out there having any kids.
The world's a lot different now than it was back then, too, you know? Like, my mom was 18 when my brother was born, but it's like, well, I guess 18 when she got pregnant because he was born in January, so 19 when he was born. But the point is, it's like they were married, they had their own house, like you could afford to do that back then. Yeah.
You're gonna have a house now when you're 8. Forget it.
Nope.
No, my mom didn't have her first child until she was, I don't even, oh my gosh, 6. She was 23. She had her first child. 27, second child. 29, third child. And then I made it where she couldn't have any more. That's what she told me anyway.
Yeah, that's what I did to my mom.
Yeah.
I was her last.
I couldn't have any more. I'm like, it's probably good you couldn't have any more.
I actually was a breech.
Oh, really?
And I wasn't born in a hospital. So the what do they call those ladies?
Midwives?
The midwife had to come to the house and go in there with both arms and flip me around. So after that, it was literally it was go get surgery and everything, and no more babies after that.
Oh, she had a C-section. So why more babies off a C-section?
No. The midwife literally had to go up with both hands and flip me around and to pull me out feet first. And the amount of damage she did after that, she had to go get surgery to get her uterus removed because it was so damaged.
Oh, yeah.
It was destroyed. Yeah.
My mom, she blames me, but see, the thing is, she went the day I was born, she went to grocery store, right, in the morning. She was walking around doing all that, knowing she was in labor with me because she woke up in labor. She took her shower and everything, and she went to the grocery store, and then she was like, "Oh, I'm so super hungry." So she got like food, and she ate, did all this. She waited for my dad to get home, and then she tells him, "Hey, dude, I'm in labor." So my dad flips out. He's like, "How long you been in labor?" And she's like, "Yeah, all day. I think, and maybe during the night. I don't know." Right? Third kid, He's like, okay, so he gets her to the hospital, right? And then by then I'm ready to fall out because it's been all day. And she didn't go to the hospital. So she did it to herself. She caused hemorrhage. Yeah. But it was my fault. And yeah, like that. She hemorrhaged. I had a hysterectomy. So, but see, back then they didn't take your ovaries. They said she was too young to have her ovaries out because she would have went into immediate menopause, and she was only 29. And they never told her either that she still needed to go every year for a checkup because she had her ovaries. So she didn't know that, and she got ovarian cancer.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
That's terrible.
It is. Yeah. It's not something that I wish on anyone.
No. Well,
point is, if you go for labor, don't wait. Just go. If the contractions are enough apart, just go. My sister tried pulling the same thing. I'm like, history repeats, huh? With my niece. She's like, I woke up, I think I'm in labor. I'm like, so what did you do? She's like, I took a shower and shaved my legs and all that. I'm like, really? Get in the car.
Yeah. Oh man. That's hey, some people, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Yeah.
Anyway, that all being said, we're 3.5 hours, ladies and gentlemen. Another banger of a show, another good morning. Thank you all for joining us once again. Love you guys. You're the best fans in the world. Any last words before we wrap up the show, Ray?
Oh, happy Monday. It's good seeing everybody. Thanks for hanging. Love yous.
Tuesday is our just hang out and chat day. Talk about everything but Frauditors. We always end up coming back to it anyway, but we always have a good time. I love you guys. You're the best fans in the world. Thank you for joining us as always and as per usual. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, yeah. I'm all shook up. Don't forget to check out Mark Baggett. He's live right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Your life, but it's worth a shot.
God dang it. God dang it. God. Why is that so hard?
That's what she said. Today, my son asked, "Can I have a bookmark?" I burst into tears. 11 years old, and he still doesn't know my name is Logan.
I got fired from the bank today. A woman asked me to check her balance, so I pushed her.
I've got 2 dogs I named Rolex and Timex. They're both watchdogs.
I wouldn't worry about your smartphone or your TV spying on you. It's that vacuum cleaner's been gathering dirt on you for years.
I've been trying to come up with good jokes about airplanes, but I can't get any of them to land correctly.
I have a bunch of jokes about unemployed people, but unfortunately, none of them seem to work.
My wife accused me of stealing her thesaurus. Not only was I shocked, I was appalled, aghast, and dismayed.
Is Google a man or a woman?
A woman, because it never lets you finish a sentence without making a suggestion.